wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, good morning, everybody. How's it going?
Happy April Fool's Day.
Yes. Don't be tricked out and about in your journeys. If something looks a little squirrely, have your radar up. Today's the day of amateurs.
It's a little weird that it's April 1st, April Fool's Day, and there's no Riggy Ralston around. Coincidence? I think not.
If you watched on his social media, which of course we did all weekend, we were glued to it. Love stalking Kevin. He was up in Michigan. It was his twin's birthday. So Caitlin, his daughter, had her birthday on the Pontiki, and they went up to Michigan to celebrate his son's birthday.
They're doing that 10-year-old birthday kind of a thing where the birthday lasts all week long.
I love it. It's sweet, though. I'm happy he got to spend some time with the fam. But his flight last night, I think, came in at like 11 p.m. And if you know Kevin, that's really close to when he wakes up to start working on the show. So
he's in town?
He's probably sleeping.
Okay, so he could throw the towel in on this thing at any point if he wanted to. For the show.
Oh, he could come in?
Come in and say, all right, guys, shut it down.
He could just show up and take over.
Stop. You're destroying everything I've tried to build. You're killing our legacy.
What's some of the stuff we got planned today? I know you want to bring the leaf blower back.
You know, when Kevin's not here, I love doing these funny, crazy bits that he didn't approve. And originally, he didn't approve the leaf blower, but we brought him back around on it.
It's true.
I have a mystery sound that he did not approve either.
Okay.
So we'll see if, I guess we'll do that for tickets. Do we have tickets today, Denny's?
We do. For some reason, my computer won't turn on.
Now you know
awesome.
Kevin's
Here,
woes.
I know your tickets. So you've got a pair of Sunfest tickets. You've got VIP passes to Fork and Cork. Ooh, that's going to be fun. I'm excited about Fork and Cork. And you've also got tickets to the world's greatest collector car auction, the Barrett-Jackson auction as well.
Okay, we got good prizes this week.
Yeah, we do.
Hook up. So, yeah, we'll be giving those away all morning long. Also, don't forget, too, we do that Instagram contest, and we just randomly pick somebody that follows us on Instagram and just award them cool prizes.
Love it.
Each and every day, so stick around for all that fun.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What's on your mind, Virginia?
Oh, man. What is
boy.
on my mind this morning?
Get into it, Mama.
I dropped my phone, and I always do this.
Oh, no.
Every time we're at a drinking event, I've got too much going on, and I drop my phone again, and now I've lost the top part of the case. The phone is cracked on the back side. It just looks crappy. I don't know. Why every time? I can't just keep a phone intact at a drinking event. Every time I drop it.
It's tough. Yeah, it's all about the case.
I know, and I had a good case, but I cracked that too.
Well, yours is that case with the battery in it, so it's a little heavier.
And it doesn't even work anymore. I dropped this case so many times that now the Mophie part of the Mophie that's supposed to recharge the phone doesn't even work.
Yeah, my phone is terrible. What's this called? The Life case?
Life proof.
They said this was unbreakable. They said no man on the planet could break this thing. I broke it. It's destroyed. Do they
Well,
make
the cool thing about LifeProof, what they claim is that, yeah, if you do break it, they just give you a new free one.
I've heard this before. It sounds like it's a trap, Denny's.
Mags did it. Magnolia sent away for a new one, and all we had to pay was $5 for shipping.
That's why they claim. They if you do for some weird reason break it, they'll just replace it for free for a lifetime. That's why it's called LifeProof.
Well.
All you have to do is go online,
Send it in.
fill out a short 10-minute form.
Yeah, it sounds like I do. That's what. So that I've been doing a lot of.
That's how they get you. Because
Yeah.
they know you don't have time
You're
to
gonna
sit
drop out.
down.
Well, I
You
got,
just go buy a new life proof. That takes 5 seconds.
You're completely right. I been doing a lot of eBay stuff, and I bought this awesome alien sign that you plug in, and of course it doesn't work. And I write the guy back, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, this alien sign doesn't work. It was X amount of money. What the heck?" He's like, "All you gotta do is go to get a box, ship it." Blah blah. It was like 9 steps until I get my refund. I'm like, no, I'll just take the shipping things.
That's like that company we saw they got exposed. There was a company in California. What they were doing was they were selling something on Etsy or eBay, and when you get it, it's broken. It's not even what you ordered. But it's such a pain in the ass to send back that everybody just gives up because it's only $8. So what he does is he scams hundreds of thousands of people for $8, and nobody pursues it, and he makes a fortune. He never actually sends what he's supposed to.
Oh, that's
Wow.
so annoying.
That's
Pretty rough, right?
insane.
He's gotta have a terrible eBay score, right?
Well, so what they do is they close down and start a new store because if you only have a few people rating it, it gives you a high rating.
There's always a way to scam somebody. People just sit around looking for ways to scam people.
And you shouldn't buy something from somebody that only has a few ratings.
For sure, that's the big one. That's why the companies, like for this guy, he should be adamant about getting you a new one because otherwise people will downvote him and then no one will buy from him.
In his defense, he has been very adamant. In fact, I almost feel like we're dating. He's constantly hitting me up. Like, dude, I'll send it when I send it. But yeah, I think if you don't send it, the money's washed, baby.
Yeah.
Gone.
That's how they get you.
They got me.
What's on your mind, Bird?
So someone asked me a deep question on Instagram. Is it too early to get so deep on a Monday?
No, let's dive in. Beware, everybody. It's April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, this is speaking from the heart. Keep it real, dog.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, this is from Sky Clark 21. Says, I have a topic for your next podcast. How much has yes or no impacted your life? Like if you said yes to something compared to saying no, how much of your life would be different from what it is right now, good or bad? Even on the smallest of decisions, yes or no decisions, do they really shape your life so much? I mean, if you didn't say yes to an extra bite of food, does that decision right there change and alter your life so much that it's completely different?
I don't know about a bite of food, but I know a girlfriend of mine who decided to do like a year of yes.
All right.
And so she always preferred to like stay home. She was very much like a homebody. But she said for like a year, anytime anybody would invite her to do anything, it didn't matter what it was,
Yeah, we're having a cocaine party.
where it was. Yeah.
Yes.
She said yes.
That's insane.
And she ended up like thanking herself for doing this. She found like a new boyfriend. She found like all kinds of hobbies that she's now into. Like,
Well, they have that movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey, and kind of the same type of thing. He was living a boring life, and I forget what happens, but he has to say yes
For
to
sure.
everything, and his life changes completely. He's doing all these daring, risky things, and it does make you think. Think about how many times you've said no to something where you just didn't feel like doing it, whether it
Yeah.
was going out with a friend or helping somebody move something.
For sure.
I always, even since I was a kid, I always wondered if you go left instead of right, how much does your life really change, even on the smallest of things?
it's true. And sometimes you're listening to that inner voice. And I talked about this with my friend Jeff, the psychic. I'm like, is that inner voice that tells you to go right or left? Is that like your spirit guides? Is that angels protecting you? Because what if you would have turned right and got into a car crash?
Yeah.
But the voices in your head told you to turn left.
Yeah.
And you turned left and you were fine. No car crash.
Or you're stopped at a red light that's 5 minutes compared to one that stopped 3 minutes. That's 2 minutes of traveling, going different places
A lot
in the
can
world,
happen.
of meeting something else, whatever that is.
Or running into an ex-girlfriend.
Well, I mean, I remember I almost didn't take this job. I remember I was contemplating whether or not, yes or no, do I take this job? And then I met with you and Kevin at Duffy's. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to take the job. But I almost didn't even show up to the interview. Imagine my life where I would be
yeah.
just on that one little thing. I mean, in the moment, I would have not gone to the interview and it wouldn't have been a big deal. Someone else would have gotten the job and I would have thought,
And you would,
it
someone
wasn't
else
meant
would've-
to be.
Someone else would have got that job anyway. I didn't have to go. But here I am now. It's just
Right.
bizarre, the yes or no's of the world, Denny's.
Yeah, I think it depends on the situation. I think some hold much more gravity than others.
Of course.
For sure.
I'm so glad you said yes.
Oh, me too. I was getting ready to go into mental health counseling. I know.
Everybody would have been saying no.
You were getting ready to go and check yourself into mental health counseling. You were going to help others.
I was getting ready to, and thank God that stopped.
Lord Jesus, talk about the blind leading the
Well,
blind.
they say if you have problems, that's the only way you can help people with problems. Do you want to go to a therapist who's never had any issues? I don't.
Hell
I don't
no.
want to go to a therapist who's never been through the fire.
I don't know. I mean,
Hell no.
I kind of like somebody that has it together.
I
Well, they
like
could have it
someone-
together that's still gone through something.
I like someone, honestly, I know it's just like I'm kissing his butt. I like someone like a Denny's who in his early years kind of was a derelict, went through the fire, made some mistakes, gone through some heartache. As an adult, a little bit more even-keeled. I'm going to listen to his advice because he's done stupid things.
And he gives great advice.
He does. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah. I said,
And he looks like he's in the Monkeys. Did you comb your hair forward today?
I did.
Oh,
Look at that.
this.
Are you working on your song, Hey Jude?
Yeah.
Trendy
I'm getting the
dude.
Beatles haircut
He
going.
does. He looks like Paul McCartney circa year one.
Well, so I'm at a crossroads whether I'm letting my hair grow or not. I don't know yet. So right now I'm at the first messy phase of getting long hair. So you have to do some stuff to it to keep it looking all right. Otherwise, it's heinous. You have to wear a hat.
I have a very special cream for your hair that's going to turn it around.
I don't know if you should put it in your hair, Denny's. Don't do it.
Oh, that sounded bad. Okay. That sounded.
Do I have to say yes to it? Is
Do
that
not say yes
You
to
gotta say
it.
yes, Denny's.
You're going to look like something about Mary.
We all have to say yes today to everything. Mom, you want to do breakfast? Gotta say yes.
Does your breakfast come with cream?
So yeah, I don't know which way. It could go either way at this point.
But in all seriousness, I do have that beard cream. It changes the game.
Can you use beard cream on hair?
I do it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think any short hair. So all that beard cream really is leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, it is. That's why every time anyone tries to come over my house and they try to open the door, their hands slip.
Weirdly, even
I
though
thought it was French fry grease.
It's probably both. But yeah, no, my door is very
oh,
slippery.
you can't open it.
That's my security. Ain't nobody murdering me because they can't get in.
It takes 3 times of trying and wiping your hand on your pants to open that door.
That's when Denny's knows I'm going out for an event. He's like, oh, we got an event tonight. You're putting cream in your hair.
All slicked up.
All right. Well, so on my mind today,
Yes,
we've talked
Denny's.
about it before on the Weird and Whatever podcast and on the KVJ show, flat earthers, you know.
Oh,
so I always
boy.
hate to bring them up. I'm not trying to cause controversy this early in the morning, 6:30 a.m., but you guys have heard about this expedition they're going to be doing in 2020 to go to the edge of the world. Have you guys heard about this?
The flat earthers
The flat
are
earthers
going to the edge.
Well, so the internet community has banded together to raise money to take a cruise, a flat earther cruise in 2020 to go to the edge of the world. And everybody's like, well, what happens when you get to the edge of the world? You're going to fall off. Well, I guess
Somebody push them, please.
for real. Well, let's see here. There's a lot of people on the internet, and they're saying that YouTube has really boosted this flat earther theories.
Big time.
Big time, big time. People are going with it, doubting the scientists.
Again, everyone has access to go public. This wasn't possible 15 years ago. So you're gonna have all kinds of opinions on stuff like this.
You're absolutely right. Well, so they theorize now, because people say, what happens if you go to the edge of the earth? They theorize that the entire edge of the earth, that the earth is flat, everything is in it, and the entire perimeter of the earth is ice, big ice walls, and that's Antarctica. And they're saying, well, we're told that Antarctica, you go north, and we're not allowed to go there. As people, they don't fly out there and stuff. So they're saying that it really is the edge of the world, and they're going to take this cruise to the edge to prove that there's a giant ice wall.
All right, see you there.
What do you guys? Would you guys say yes to this cruise?
No, I would not.
I wouldn't go on it, but I would be fascinated to watch them when they get to the edge and realize it's not an edge.
Well, so you know what they
Can they get through the ice wall?
No, they just want to go to the ice wall, and they're going to ride the cruise around to show that it's a perimeter at the edge of the planet.
So they constantly are saying, these flat earthers, to go, well, yeah, we've got pictures of space and we've got pictures of the earth being all round. But did we go out in space? How do we know those pictures aren't doctored? So no matter what kind of proof you give flat earthers, they're always going to say, well, we weren't there. How do we know it's real? And at that point, you're never going to win an argument with somebody like that. Just because you weren't there for proof doesn't mean there's no proof.
I wasn't there, but I believe John Glenn.
Yes.
Yeah.
How hard was it for you to remember one astronaut?
Really hard. I think that's right. Is that right?
So what do you guys think about this? This would definitely put it to rest once and for all. 2020, a cruise to the edge of the planet.
If anybody wants to call in and yell at Denny's about this Flat Earth series, please do. Today's the day of call-outs. Yeah. Anytime we talk about flat earthers or Denny's doesn't think we ever landed on the moon, people get so mad at him. They're like, what is that pothead talking about?
Oh my God, yeah, we get them stirred up. Well, if you want to call and yell at me, you can call us 877-979-WRMF. That's 877-979-9763.
Well, I want to call out producer Denny's.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
For his monkey's hairdo.
I see you
For my Bob.
You keep saying monkeys. He's more the Beatles with that hairdo.
Let me see. I don't
So if I
know.
go straight down is Beatles.
He's really giving me Mickey Dolan. He's really giving me Mickey hard.
5% of our audience knows what you're talking
real?
about.
Rest in peace. Didn't Mickey just die?
No, it's
Oh,
Davy
sorry.
Jones.
Davy died. Sorry.
And Mickey and Peter Tork.
The guitarist.
Yes, he passed away. You show some respect.
I'm sorry,
Davy
Mickey.
Jones up in. I think he lived in Palm City, right?
Yeah, he was a local guy.
He was the cutest one by
Definitely.
far. Oh, so cute.
But no, that's not why I'm calling out Denny's. Not because he looks like Davy Jones or Paul McCartney. We were watching Aquaman, that new superhero movie with that guy.
Jason
You
Momoa.
think he's hot, but he's too hot.
He's too much man for me. I know by looking at him, I can respect it, but I couldn't touch it.
There are
yeah.
there are people who are too hot.
He's too much.
It's too much pressure to date someone that hot.
Oh my
Never,
gosh, you have to be on your
ever.
game at all times.
I couldn't even fantasize about him. That's how hot he is.
Yeah.
So Denny's ends up pulling a Virginia. He hijacks my phone. So we're talking, we're talking about the movie, and William Dafoe comes on the screen. Now, I don't know how much you know about William Dafoe, and he was in the Spider-Man movie as the Green Goblin.
Yes, I do know that.
So I'm like, oh man, he's in this movie as another a superhero, and he's not the Green Goblin. I go, that's a little confusing. That's all I said. I go, oh boy, imagine if I said that on the air. The super dorks would get so mad at me. So Denny steals my phone and goes on to Twitter as me and writes this tweet about how
Oh, about the superheroes?
Oh, yeah.
he goes on there. He's like, I can't believe William Dafoe is in this superhero movie. So dumb. This is why I don't respect superhero movies. All this crap. And I had no idea that he had done this. So the next morning, I wake up to my phone. I look at my Twitter, and it is blown up from people just giving me the business. Bird, hashtag Bird's a bitch, hashtag Bird, you know nothing about movies.
I support that movement.
Twitter Mike.
You probably broke Twitter Mike's heart.
He was talking trash to me. So many people were dressing me down because of Denny's fake tweet about Aquaman. I actually liked Aquaman. I thought it was a pretty good movie. But that is one thing that got us into a little discussion. That is one fan base, man, you do not mess with. The superhero fan
Can't mess
base.
it up.
Anytime me and Kevin say anything that's slightly wrong, holy crap.
Well, I remember when Star is Born was coming out, the fan base for Avengers went after them to try to give them bad ratings because they wanted the Avengers movie to have a better opening weekend.
And it was on the same weekend.
Yeah, so
That's diabolical.
you can see how hardcore their fans are.
Well, I'm just thinking about some of the things that I've said here on the air. There was one woman back at Wild 95.5. She legit tried to get me fired because I made some kind of flippant comment about the Dixie Chicks. And it wasn't even about the political stuff. I had said something like I didn't like one of their songs, and she was so mad. She's like, you don't mess with the Dixie Chicks crew. I'm like,
Yeah, I play a lot of video games, and I go on those forums, man. Nerds, they get real riled up if you say anything that they don't believe in.
Well, maybe because you're calling them nerds. I don't know.
Well, I consider myself a nerd, but there's a level that goes even beyond what I am, so.
Do you have a fan base that is the most crazy or annoying?
Kardashian fans, we're pretty nutty.
Oh, I bet.
Are you though? You guys are kind of lazy fans. I don't think you're very good fans, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, they
But
don't-
the younger generation, so you know me, I'm like the older, I'm like Kim. The new generation, my daughter who loves Kylie and Kendall, they're pretty passionate.
I will say I talk a lot of trash about the Kardashians and the Jenners, and I do not get any clapback from the people.
Because they don't listen to this show. That's too stupid and old.
Well, Denny's, you're on the front line. I mean, you hear all of our complaint calls. What gets the people fired up?
With you guys?
As far as when we're talking I know when Virginia says something about Cam Newton, people get so mad at you.
Cam Newton, anything that has any sort of lean in politics will always get you guys. And you guys aren't even political. All you have to do is mention a name, and we get hate mail from it.
I have tried not to bring anything political up. I think I mean, even if you... I remember that one time we did the one story about Trump putting ketchup on his steak, and that's all the topic was. I can't believe you guys are talking.
Don't you talk bad about him.
Oh, man.
We just said he puts ketchup on a steak. It wasn't anything political.
Well, the reason why we talked about that was because I love ketchup on steak, and Virginia, I mean, absolutely
I think it's for idiots.
Abhors it.
hates ketchup.
Why would you put ketchup on a steak? If the steak is proper, it doesn't need anything on it other than a little salt and pepper.
It was just so weird. I'd never had so many emails of people accusing me of being Democrat and Republican. I'm like,
At
wait a
the
minute,
same time.
What's happening here? We're just talking about steak and ketchup, y'all.
Yeah, you guys got a pretty passionate fan base. If anyone even says anything about you guys, your fans get pretty riled up,
Good.
too.
They need to defend it. I like it. I like it.
But that's it.
Blood in, blood out, Denny's.
You're right. Blood in, blood out.
I love it.
Oh, you remember this cut? This is a deep cut from the old VMK here.
What's that?
The Gas Jam.
Oh. Yeah, we're taking out all the other music.
Yeah, Kevin's not here, so we're playing it.
We're about to get mean.
We're about to get medieval on the gasoline.
Chevron Mobile Texaco.
Why you gotta keep taking all my dough?
SBP
Are we
Amoco.
gonna pay your prices?
Hell no. Chevron Mobile Texaco.
Why you gotta keep taking all my dough?
SBP
Are
Amoco.
we gonna pay your prices?
Hell no. ABMK, can we borrow some cash?
No, I'm broke, I spend it all on gas.
We cry together, we die together.
Gas prices make us strive together. When I was a kid, gas was 89 cents.
Now gas costs more than paying the rent. Somebody's getting rich off all this
Let me
gas.
find who it is so I can kick their ass. Aliens are laughing at us.
Cause we can't drive, we gotta take the bus.
Whoever made these prices should be banished.
Hey BMK, rip the mic in Spanish.
Taco marcas se dijo la vida, but they're gonna tell about la gasolina.
Oh,
I'm so mad, cause now I gotta get a ride from my dad.
Chevron Mobile Texaco.
Why you gotta keep taking all my dough?
SBP
Are we
Amoco.
gonna pay your prices?
Hell no. Chevron Mobile Texaco.
Why you gotta keep taking all my dough?
SBP
Are we
Amoco.
gonna pay your prices?
Hell no.
Lottie-dottie, I can't drive nobody. I use my bicycle when I pick up a hottie. Uncle Sam, hear my plea. I can't even afford Mickey D's. Lottie-dottie, I can't drive nobody. I use my bicycle when I pick up a hottie. Uncle Sam, hear my plea. I can't even afford Mickey D's. Oh, hell no! I said hell no! I'm up in the microphone booth, spitting that truth. I wish I could use Mountain Dew as fuel. Yo, gas gougers, I'm challenging you to a duel.
Very topical. Can you hear me?
I can. Unfortunately, yes.
Very topical because gas prices are going up. I don't know if you read that.
I just saw that the other day.
They're going up. I've watched it over the past week. They tick up 10 cents, then another 10, then another 20.
They're
Like,
not quite at $3 yet. They're like at $2.80.
right below. Some places are over. In Tequesta, they've been over.
Do you remember a few years back though? It was like $4 or $5 per gallon. That's how bad it got.
It's crazy.
Well, you know what's weird is when I was living in Colorado, gas was cheap out there, and I was like, doesn't it cost a lot more to get it up here, up this mountain?
You would think.
No, it's like almost like 40 cents less. I couldn't believe it.
I think Florida always has like the highest. Whenever we're traveling back from Mardi Gras, like Louisiana gas is cheap, Mississippi gas
Georgia
cheap,
gas.
Georgia gas cheap. As soon as you hit Florida, something happens.
I've kind of noticed the same thing with Florida prices with buffets. Florida buffets are more money than buffets in other states.
What's up, Florida?
You wonder if it's because, like, think about, like, the Keys. If you had to drop gas off of the Keys, you have to drive back through the entire state of Florida to get out of it.
You're right.
Maybe it's just because it's a peninsula.
And I think too, it's a lot of tourists are here, and they know they can just milk
Gouge,
it.
yeah.
Yep. Dang.
Gosh.
Getting deep. In case you didn't notice, Kevin is out today. He went to go up to Michigan to celebrate his son's birthday. You know, he's got those twins that just turned 21. So the whole family went up there to visit the son at college.
So I think Kevin's actually in town. There's no way that cat is sleeping right now.
He just got in at 11 p.m. last night, so he's probably sleeping. By the time they got their bags and then they got back to their house, did they fly out of Palm Beach? Did they fly out of Fort Lauderdale? He might have gone to bed around 1 a.m.
Do you want to do the Kev wake-up call? Just see how he's feeling, see how he's doing.
No, oh, don't do that. So yesterday we had a great day. Thank you so much to everybody that came out to Pride Fest, downtown Lake Worth. I can't believe we're saying this, but it's 20 years that we've been riding in that parade and supporting Compass and the great work they do with the LGBTQ community. It's just beautiful what they do. And that parade has grown so much. They said it was the biggest ever in the history of doing the parade.
Jeez, it felt like it. I felt like that parade was gigantic this year.
And we were all the way at the end, too, so it felt longer. Like, everybody lined up in front of us.
I think they need to go over parade throwing because for 3 years in a row, I have hit a kid in the face with those beads.
Jay Bird.
I can't help it. I still got some energy left in this old arm.
The problem is, I'm trying to balance a cocktail and a bead throwing hand, and that's tricky.
So what happened to you? You had someone jump in the car with you?
It was the weirdest thing. So offleaseonly.com, they gave us these amazing Maseratis. We had these convertible Maseratis, and these things were sweet. So they're like on the street, and we're decorating them. We're putting balloons on them. We're getting our beads together, and we're like just getting the whole thing. Denny's had the sound on lockdown. Great job, by the way, Denny's.
Well, he's in the Beatles. He knows about sound.
A rigamadoo.
If you don't know why we're calling Denny's the Beatles today, his hair looks just like Paul McCartney.
Well, I'm in a messy phase. I'm trying to grow my hair. I'm debating whether to let it grow or cut it short. So right now it's in the first messy phase.
It kind of also has the Mo look from Three Stooges.
I'm voting cut. Just real quick.
All right, I'll cut it short.
I'm voting conditioner.
Let me get that beer cream.
Okay. As you were, Virginia.
So we're lining up the Maseratis and we're lining up like the station vehicles and we're getting ready for the parade. Everybody's decorating, getting all excited. And I'm putting Jay Bird and Magnolia in one of the Maseratis and I'm going to jump in the other one. I was in the red one. You guys were in the gray one. And so you guys get settled in yours. You got all your beads and I go to get in mine and there's our driver from Off Lease Only. She's super sweet. Both of our drivers were amazing. But then there's a lady sitting in the passenger seat. And I'm like, who is this lady? Like, is she from Off Lease Only?
She just got in.
Is she in the parade? Like, no, she was just a random chick who sat in the car. And then I got in the car and I'm like, should I introduce myself? Yeah, because I don't know who this is. So I'm like, hey, what's your name? You know, are you from Off Lease Only? She's like, hey, my name's Maud. And then she quickly tries to change the subject real quick.
Maud?
Yes, it was something kind of Maud or something like that.
She's celebrating her 90th birthday?
Where was Harold?
And so, like, it transpires as we start talking to her more that she just jumped in the car and she was like, yeah, I'm just going up a few blocks. You guys can drop me off. And I'm like, this is not an Uber. Like, what is going on right now?
Oh, it sounds like Maud was drinking some hooch.
I think Maud thought she was going to ride in the parade with us. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I don't think we can have passengers. I don't think we have insurance for it.
If Maud would have fallen over
Thank you.
and cracked Maud's head,
I'd have been in trouble for
you would
it.
have got a suit again.
Again.
What a weird thing.
I know. I was like, how do you get in somebody's car and you just start? She was in there for a good 30 minutes before I called her out. She was just in there shooting the breeze with the nice girl from Off Lease Only, and then the nice girl didn't cut her out.
You act like you belong there.
She did.
You don't make any kind of weird movements. Maud played it right, but you ask how someone can get in the wrong car. I did it this weekend.
You did?
Yeah, I called an Uber. And I'm at Duffy's, and it was pretty packed at Duffy's. There was people outside, so there was a lot going on there. And my Uber car comes up, and a lot of times I don't look at who's driving. I'm kind of aloof sometimes.
You don't look at like, okay, it's going to be a Kia. And then you're looking for a Kia?
Well, because sometimes I've gotten an Uber car and it's not. They have two cars, and I get in the wrong, or I get in the car, but it's the same driver.
If it doesn't match up
I agree.
with the car and the driver, don't get in because that is scary.
It totally
Absolutely.
looked like it matched up. So the guy.
Well, you as a man, you're probably going to be okay, but as a woman, girls, check the name and check the make of the car that's picking you up. If it doesn't match up with what's on your app, do not get in.
Well, this was the perfect storm because the guy comes up and goes, "Are you Jason?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Jason." So I hop right in.
You are Jason.
Not even thinking. I get right in the car, and I notice we're going the wrong way. And I'm trying to look at his thing. I got in the wrong Uber car. Apparently, another Jason at the same time called
What
for
are
an
the
Uber.
odds?
It was the
Only you.
It was the perfect storm of just confusion. And we're going down Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard the opposite way. I go, "You're not going the right way, sir." And then we start talking. I go, "Oh, I'm the wrong Jason." So be careful about getting in the wrong car. There's also a national story that's going on. It's a horrifying story. About 2 o'clock in the morning over the weekend, this girl thinks she's getting in her Uber car, and it's the wrong car. And the guy who picked her up ends up murdering her within an hour or two.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's a national story right now. And I thought that was weird, me getting in the wrong Uber. I was like, holy crap, be careful. Double check everything. The color of the car, the name.
Yes.
Especially if you had a couple beers.
Yes.
Be careful.
And girls, if you're riding by yourself in an Uber, please tell somebody. You can share your information and tell somebody where you are, and they can kind of track you in your Uber ride.
For sure.
That is a legit feature. So use it and don't Uber alone
Well, I mean,
if you can help it.
What do we think was going to happen with this Uber? I mean, we knew it was eventually going to get weird, right?
It already is.
It's a weird concept.
It's been weird. I mean, think about it. All your life, you've been told, don't talk to strangers. Don't get in a stranger's car. And now
Yeah.
what are you doing? You are jumping in a stranger's
And
car.
You're starting to see all these stories come out about Uber Eats and
Well,
people
so
doing weird things.
Uber
to-
eats your food.
They do. man.
Uber licks your food.
After that story dropped about that one guy drinking the milkshake and they catch it on video.
I saw that video, by the way. That looks staged.
You did-
But I know I know that the Uber Eats people eat your food.
You think that was staged?
Why, who orders one milkshake and that's all they got?
Well, some people do. I've done that before where I've ordered just a milkshake run. It was
Really?
5 milkshakes, but
Okay.
yeah, you put them in the freezer.
Well, so what if, and I'm just theorizing here, but what if there was a serial murderer who became an Uber Eats driver and all he did was poison people's food, and that's how he
Oh.
got his kill count up?
Denny's, it's genius.
It's
No one
not.
would suspect you for a while.
Not true. I think you'd be able to you'd be able to link that so quickly to all of a sudden people are ordering food. There's poison. Where did the food come from? It'd be easy to track that
But I'm
down.
saying, like, there's so many people responsible for that because you're only picking it up. There's also the restaurant. It could be a restaurant thing. It could be management.
And people drop dead. They don't know what killed you till the
Toxicology.
toxicology comes back. That takes a while.
All right, I'll give the Uber Eats killer a month, but then he's gonna get brought down.
You're
there.
right. You would have to change places.
That'd be a good movie though.
Have you guys heard about the new Uber venture they're working on? Is
No.
Uber airplanes. Have you heard about this?
No, what is it?
All right, so there's I just read this article maybe 2 weeks ago, but what they're trying to do is people who own private jets and stuff are looking for ways to make extra money.
Yeah.
So it's an Uber where they'll jet you from one place to another.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, but you're just talking about how cars and people are gonna kill you. They can take you to.
I know, but I
want
wanna
to
be
you out to the forest.
Jay Bird, I want to be on a PJ so bad.
What's
I've
that?
never been on a PJ.
Is that a private jet?
But
I want to
yeah,
wear my PJs on a PJ.
that's the new thing
so
that they're
bad.
working on is
But
to
if
give
you
you.
have a private jet, why do you need money? Don't you already have a lot of money?
I think some people buy them and then they're like, "Geez, this thing's expensive."
Right. And how do you keep your money? By making money off of your investments. If your plane is an investment
Yeah.
and you're not using it like Monday to Friday, why not?
Or
Remember-
private charter companies, they hire they all they do is fly people out in private things, so they
So-
might do it as extra money too.
If I want to Uber to, say, New Orleans, how much is it going to cost me on this Uber plane? Is it going to be anywhere close to a regular ticket on a regular
I
airplane?
don't know. You can tip them.
And what's the percent?
Because I can't afford a PJ.
I hear ya.
And if it's thousands of dollars a ticket, then I'm not going to be able to do it. Now, if it's like $800, I could maybe justify
Yeah.
it. You know?
Oh, hell no! $800 to go to New Orleans?
A
You gotta
normal
be
ticket.
kidding me.
A normal
To and
ticket.
fro?
Yeah, a normal ticket's probably like 300, 400. But I would pay double that for a private jet seat.
We went on that private helicopter that one time, and it was so expensive. I was so mad we did that.
It was expensive,
The ride going
and we
there,
got a deal.
The ride going there was cool because it was in the daytime. Taking a helicopter at night, that is a different animal. You constantly feel like you're going down.
Well, there's rules with helicopters that we didn't know about. At night, if you do night flying in a helicopter, you have to be at a certain elevation, and it's pretty high.
All right.
Day flying, you can be lower, which is really cool in a helicopter, to be lower to the trees.
Yeah.
And it's more like a cool experience.
Scenic.
You can see animals, you can see things, you can see people. It's pretty awesome.
You can see my anxiety attack.
Oh, he had a flip out.
Not going there, coming back
In the dark.
Well, I was able to have a couple beers on that before in the daytime. We ended up leaving the next morning, like at 4 a.m. It's
Early.
Kind of hard to throw some beers down your pie hole at 4.
Somebody texted in. They said Uber helicopters are an option in Brazil because traffic's so bad. It's pretty common out there, I guess.
That is so cool to me. I mean, that is how you show up pimp. In a helicopter or a private jet.
To an event, that'd be so awesome.
Amazing. That's what we did. When me and Jay Bird took the helicopter, my friend Jeff, who's a helicopter pilot, he flew us to Sarasota to a radio event. We show up at the hotel in a helicopter.
How long did that take?
Less than
So it was
an hour and
that's
10 minutes.
It was here
yeah.
to what? We went to Tampa.
We went here to Sarasota.
Yeah, same thing. It's the West.
It was right around an hour.
That's amazing.
And he only made us pay for gas. The gas alone was like $600.
Well, so one of my friends growing up, he got a job. I used to live in Stewart, and on Sewell's Point, it's like all these mansions and stuff. And one of the guys he worked for had a private plane that he was allowed to use. After working with him for many years, he was like, here, you can use it if you want. You just have to pay for gas. So we were talking about a trip to go to Europe. We were going to fly out there, and we measured how much gas it would take and how much money it was. It was like $6,000.
Get out of here.
I was like, ugh, and that was just there, and then $6,000 back in gas. I'm like, how do you afford this?
But how many people fit on the plane?
I think it was like 26 or
Okay,
something.
so if you get 15 of your friends.
Oh yeah,
And all of you chip in for the gas, it's actually very affordable to go
For
to
sure.
Europe.
It's
Yeah.
so weird. Private planes do nothing for me. Getting excited to go into a private plane, I just can't get there.
Oh my God. I can just see myself now. Feet up with a glass of champagne.
And you can walk around.
Oh, you can walk around. They usually have a flight attendant too, the fancier ones,
Ugh.
and they'll walk around like, can I refill your drink? Can I offer you some caviar?
Are we talking extra long? I feel like we're skipping over stuff.
Oh yeah, Kevin's out of town.
yeah. All right, we gotta focus
Are we
again.
skipping commercials and stuff?
We gotta go to
I mean,
commercial.
7:03. We're supposed to be doing the dirt by now.
All right, we're going to commercial, right?
We don't have to do the dirt.
Well, it's coming up. Let's get into birthdays.
Okay,
I
let's
like that,
do it.
Denny's. We should do that every day. Have Denny's sing along to
That
that.
is right off the cuff.
We could tell. That was zero practice.
I liked it.
Thanks.
If you would have practiced that, that'd have been sad.
I like how out of key it was.
All right. Let's hear the birthdays. Let's see what
No, let's tear you down some more.
the segment's for the people.
Let's talk about Denny's hair some more. And how he looks just like Paul McCartney circa 1963.
Or Mickey Dolenz.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
All right, happy birthday going out to Nichols. His birthday was yesterday. And also Caleb, whose birthday is today. That's from your mama, Carissa, who loves you more than anything. Aw. Happy birthday going out to Joshua. It's his 14th birthday from Mommy Ingrid, Dad Harold, and your brothers Brandon and David. P.S. We bought you a car so you can start learning to drive.
Woo woo. That's awesome.
April Fools.
They got me.
That is not cool.
I got tricked.
Oh my gosh, that is such a messed up prank.
That is
man.
so messed up, but actually really funny.
For you, because you're old. Imagine that kid.
Not for Joshua.
No.
Sweet Josh.
Sorry, Josh. Happy birthday, baby.
Hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Well played.
Very.
This one is for Megan. Happy 30th birthday, Megan. Hope you have a great weekend. That's from Mike. And this one is for Christian. Happy 24th birthday, Christian. You're an amazing person, friend, partner, and dad. From Alicia and the fur babies, Snoopy, Prometheus, Samson, and Mia. I mean, Prometheus? That is a very high-level pet name.
Oh, yeah.
That email about the 16-year-old not getting the car.
14.
Oh, he's 14.
14.
Okay. All right, the kid should
He's
know
got 2
better.
more years.
But I remember for my 16th birthday, it was kind of rumored that I was going to get a car, and I was so excited. I knew it wasn't going to be a brand new car, but it was going to be like a used car.
Sure.
And my dad walks in, and instead of a used car, he got me a used dog, Jingles. And
Y'all always buy dogs that are like 12 years old.
he was 11 years old, and he had emotional problems.
Oh, man.
And he also had a skin condition. And I remember I was like, oh, I got a dog. Okay, I wanted a car, but I'll take the dog. And I went to go hug Jingles, and Jingles bit me in the neck. That was the first encounter I had.
Jingles went for the jugular?
Oh, my gosh.
Literally went for the jugular.
Happy birthday?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is way better than a car.
Oh, so sad.
Ah.
I don't mean to laugh at your pain, but... And that's what's going on in your birthday. So if you've got one, get it to us. Mail at kvjshow.com.
I need more klepto.
It's a snack pack.
What? You're done.
It's the snack. We love these snacks. We love these snacks. We love these snacks. We love these snacks. It's the snack. We love these snacks. We love these snacks all day. We love these snacks. We love these snacks all day. Snickers, baby Ruth, and Butterfinger. Potato skin, nacho, and chicken singer. Star Crunch, Twinkies, and moon pies. Onion rings, tater tots, and French fries. Snack pack. Snacks rule the world. 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 We're the snack pack and we got the munchies. We love them when they're sweet, sour, even or crunchy. The only food we like is that junk. 'Cause the snacks give the ladies that junk in their trunk. Where all the candy bars on aisle 4. The snack pack's church is the grocery store. Bugles are the most underrated chip. Hey BMK, you got ranch dip on your lip. Girls break your heart. Snacks wouldn't do that. Snacks will stick around even when you get fat. I wish Hot Pockets could give me a back rub. Kiss each other and make Hot Pocket love. Keebler elves, you better look behind you. I'll wine you and dine you, then I'll bump and grind you. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. I hope my firstborn child is a Sour Patch Kid. Snickers, Baby Ruth, and Butterfinger. Potato skin, nacho, and chicken singer. Star Crunch, Twinkies, and moon pies. Onion rings, tater tots, and French fries. Snack pack. Snacks rule the world. 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 S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. S to the N to the ACK. Man, I can eat these snacks all day. It's time to gain some knowledge, to learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes. Fact or fiction?
Kevin's not the host, actually.
Yeah.
He is not here today, so we are doing it without him. He'll be back tomorrow. He was just spending the weekend in Michigan for his kid's birthday, and his flight got in at like almost midnight last night, so not good, because that's what time he gets up to start working on the show.
Guarantee he's up right now, listening, critiquing, taking notes. And
Hopefully he's still sleeping.
I know. Kev, please go.
When you take a day, take a day.
For real.
We were just talking about that.
I've learned that. I've done that before where I wasn't going to come in, and then I was like, I'm going to come in, so I come in like half the day. It's awful.
It is. Just take the day.
Remember last time you came in? You came in for like 8 minutes and they made you leave?
Yeah, because I was sick.
You had so much fluid coming out of every orifice. You were so leaky and coughy and sneezy.
Yeah, it was great. You guys yelled at me, kicked me out. We took that clip, uploaded it on the internet, and then everybody said how old and terrible I looked. It was great. Yeah, you're right. Stay home, Kevin. Stay in bed. So we're going to do some fact or fiction.
All right.
This is a bit Kevin likes to do. Now, it's April Fool's Day. Some of these are facts. Some of them are real. Some of them I've made up myself.
Okay.
Can you see through Jaybird trickery?
Fact or fiction, April Fool's Day edition, all right?
Yes. Okay, Virginia, we'll lead off with you.
Let's do this.
Fact or fiction? Carrie Fisher once got fired from a movie after pulling an April Days prank on the director. She kidnapped his dog and blamed it on a disgruntled Canadian actor who was fired a week before. Fact or fiction?
And furthermore,
Yeah, a lot of details.
Do you get it, though? You kind of got the whole story?
So Carrie Fisher stole the director's dog, blamed it on somebody else, and it was an April Fool's.
Thought it would be funny. He did not like it, and she got fired from the movie. Fact or fiction?
And the Canadian guy took the fall for it?
He did.
I'm going to say this is Jaybird trickery, because you love working in the Canadian guy. I think it was too many details. I'm going fiction.
Damn it, she knows me.
there's so many details.
There was a
There's
lot.
so many details.
There was a lot.
You love working in a Canadian
I
guy.
do. I don't know why. But I do. All right. Denny's.
All
This is going to
right.
be the easiest fact or fiction
Get out of
ever.
here. No, it's not. All right, Denny's. There have been over 45 murders worldwide from April Fool's pranks gone wrong since the year 1983. Many of these murders committed with knives. Fact or fiction?
It's so specific. I mean, I'm going to have to go fiction, right? You love knives and murder.
You do love knives and murder.
Damn it, it's fiction.
He really spent some time. Oh,
I wrote a
bless your
I
heart.
wrote a novel.
You wrote so much questions. All right, round two. Let's
All right,
recover.
round two.
You'll
All
do
right.
better round
Okay,
two.
all right. Since 1986, this is for you, the witch.
Okay.
Since 1986, there have been press releases issued to announce the April Fool's Day parade in New York City. No such parade exists.
Wait, say it again.
Since 1986, there have been press releases issued to announce the April Fool's Day parade in New York City. No such parade exists. Fact or fiction?
Let's go fact.
It's a fact. You guys are nailing it. You guys are doing really good. All right, Denny's. In 1991, an Australian news outlet reported that a mentally deranged kangaroo escaped from one of its zoos.
I'm mentally deranged.
They weren't lying, but everyone thought it was an April Fool's prank, so they disregarded the broadcast as a joke. The kangaroo ended up killing 11 people during its escape.
Oh, my.
Fact or fiction?
It's got to be fiction.
Did the kangaroo, like his finishing move as he's killing you? No rules, just right.
No limits.
So you said fiction?
Fiction.
You got it right.
Oh!
You guys are perfect. God. You guys want to kill this bit or you want a couple more?
No, please more. Please more.
Who's turning whose turn
This
it
is the easiest round of fact or fiction ever. I think it goes back to me.
You guys know me so well.
We do.
All right. Let me see here. Okay. Virginia.
Yes, Jay Bird.
In Spain, they call April Fool's Day the Day of the Gato, or the Day of the Cat, because of how many pranks that involve cats. Fact or fiction?
Damn.
April, the day. Wait, what did I say? April Fool's Day,
You're a great host.
the Day of the Gato.
Day of the gato.
Day of the cat.
Because all the pranks involve cats.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Uh huh. Birds getting in your head a little bit.
Meow. We should ask Rufus, actually.
There you go.
Fact or fiction, Virginia?
I'm going to say that is fiction.
It's fiction.
The day of the gato.
All right, Dennis.
All pranks involve cats.
You're right.
It sounds like you're writing.
Okay, here we go. In 1996, Denny's, Taco Bell ran a story that they had bought the Liberty Bell and were going to rename it the Taco Liberty Bell. Fact or fiction?
Taco Liberty
the Taco
Bell.
Liberty Bell. In 1996, you were just a young little kid.
Side note, I could really go for some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Mama, we can do breakfast.
I want it.
Okay, say yes to everything today.
Yes.
Suits, we're doing
It's got to be
breakfast.
true, right? Yeah, it's got to be true.
All right, you're going to go fact?
I'm going to go fact on that. I think I heard that story a long time ago.
For a perfect score. Did Denny's get it right? He did.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Got all of them
You
right.
guys got everyone right.
And nobody's shocked.
All right, and that is your. Did I do? I think I did them all.
Bless your heart.
No,
You-
don't bless my.
You
Don't,
did good.
turn off your microphone, Denny.
I liked it. I had fun, though.
Thank you. It's all about fun, Denny.
I felt like I learned a lot there.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
It's time to do some call 'em out. Oh yeah, if you got someone you want to call out, give us a call. Our number is what, Virginia?
Our number is 877-979-WRMF. Yeah, anybody make you mad over the weekend?
Well, so Aunt Ann had a big old. She got to call him out. She left me a voicemail. Somebody got in her face at the store and started talking about me to her, something that I am doing. And what do you think it involves?
Wait, somebody is yelling at Anne
Yes.
when she's out shopping because of something you did?
Yes, yeah. What do you think I've done to get such a person riled up into getting Anne's face out in public?
Not talk about your dating life.
No, no, that's you.
I need more details about who you are dating.
I'm dating nobody, if you want to be completely honest. So.
That sucks.
But yeah, she left me a voicemail. We'll let Ann speak, and we'll let her tell you about it.
Jason, this guy came up to me in the store, yelling and everything at me about the pizza blog you got. He was some kind of an asshole. I can't believe it. He going on and on about how bad you are. I just can't believe this asshole was yelling at me in a public place. Yeah, you know something? This guy was a pizza ass. Pizza ass. I couldn't believe it. Okay, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I love you. Take it easy.
All right. Oh, her phone's still on.
Yeah, she has a tough time hanging up the phone. She listens to the TV real loud, too. So this guy comes up to her and gives her a hard time. So there's one or two places that I did a pizza blog on, and one of the places has been very lippy and very just kind of aggressive. And if you could go and read my pizza blogs, I've never said anything mean about anybody. Never. I may not like their crust or something, and I knock them down on the grade, but I don't know about this pizza blog, Virginia.
Well, you know what I say about judging stuff? I refuse to do it because, yeah, you've got winners, but then you've got losers too, and the losers get upset, and then they're vocal. I mean, that one store, they just keep like yelling at you for. I think you gave them a 3 out of 5 slice review.
I'm sorry, their pizza wasn't that good. It just wasn't that good. Am I supposed to lie?
No, but I mean, this is why I don't judge stuff.
That is the first rule that Virginia said when I first got on the show. She's like, seriously, we're not judging. We don't judge because people turn on you.
Yeah.
And you are right. I judge.
Why do I sound like I'm 90 and I smoke?
I don't know. It's a question me and Denny's always ask ourselves. We have no idea. Because you're not 90 and you don't smoke. No, I remember judging some wing competition up in Port St. Lucie.
Oh. You better be careful.
It was my first year in radio, and I remember that this guy in Port St. Lucie, he chased me out to my car because I didn't pick his wings.
That is scary.
He wanted to fight me. But you know what, though? They always try to silence you, Denny's. I will not be silenced. I'm going to do my pizza blog, Virginia.
I've always found in the food community, if somebody's passionate about a food they like, they will attack you if you disagree with it.
They'll attack
You're
you as a
right.
person, though. Then they'll attack your family, clearly.
Yeah.
They'll attack your aunt when she's just out trying to get her groceries on.
Poor Ann. Imagine your Ann, you're walking in Publix, and all of a sudden this random guy comes up and starts shouting at her about my pizza blog.
Did she give it back to him? I hope she did.
What do you think?
I hope she
Of course
did.
I think she was more confused, though, by anything. Y'all, have you seen my Aunt Ann? Don't yell at her, please.
It looks like we're already getting some text call outs in. In fact, you can text us here at the same number, 877-979-9763.
Text call-outs, though, they're not as good as actually calling.
Oh, I'm calling out the guy that called out Aunt Ann. You're a jerk.
I know.
You're a pizza a-hole, just like she called you.
Yeah, I mean, for her to swear so much, she was really upset.
Well, so one of the call outs is, I want to call out Kevin for not being here today.
I've seen a couple call-outs go, come on, Kev, it's the weekend, you can't make it in on Monday.
Well, his flight got in at like 11 o'clock last night, so by the time you get your bags and then you get back home, it's like 1 a.m., and that's what time he normally wakes up to prep. Let the guy sleep.
He's never taken so much vacation, though. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally, he's finally enjoying himself.
The very next call out is I want to call out Virginia for eating crawfish brains.
That and when she eats imitation crab meat right from the bag, I don't know what it is. It's the smell and how you eat it. It really turns my stomach.
It's technically called the hepapancreas. It's like all like the
Hepapancreas?
It's all like the juices and innards. It's the same yucky stuff that they have on crabs. They have it in crawfish, and it's delicious because it soaks up all like those juices.
My grandma used to do that too. She would, every type of crevice there was, she would break open it and drink from it.
I love it. Is she Asian?
Yeah, she was.
Yes.
They waste no part of the fish.
Asian people do it right.
I remember me and you had to go across the state.
It was after Hurricane Wilma.
It was.
We were driving supplies over there. Who sends us to drive supplies in a big truck? I mean, thank God we have relationships now with, like, good Greek, because you and I should not be driving a damn truck.
Well, this was during the time where me and Virginia did not like each other so much, and we had to drive together in this car 4 hours west. And I remember I was so annoyed with her, and I'm trying to be all cool, and she stopped off at Publix and got the biggest bag of imitation crab meat. It was so fishy and juicy. And all the time she's eat it in the car, and I'm thinking, oh, I do not like you. I was so annoyed.
You could have jumped out.
So I'm calling you out, Virginia, 15 years later. We have on line one Denny's. We got Kayla. Kayla, who are you calling out? What's got you burned?
Yeah, I'm calling out emergency vet services because last night my dog had an emergency, and of course, you know, it's always before you get paid, but they will not even, like, look at your dog unless you're willing to pay up front. And it's always, like, an obscene amount of money that, like $3,000. Like, who has, like, $3 or $4 grand?
Yeah, she's not lying. When I went to go get Chewy, I went to that 24-hour or whatever, the hospital, and just to get a brain scan, just to do the test, they said it was going to cost me $3,000. And at that point, you still don't know if, you know, it's $3,000 to get the test, and then
Before any treatment.
before any treatment whatsoever.
Wow.
That's insane. Is her dog okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She ended up going into labor, like, 2 weeks too early.
Oh.
Okay.
And, yeah, they at first she was supposed to have a cesarean, but because the puppy was so small, she was able to pass it. But, you know, in case she couldn't, it'd be like $3,000 to make sure she was going to be okay.
Oh, my gosh. That's stressful. Poor thing.
I know. The vets, though, they are very expensive. And I wonder if they do that on purpose to really mark it up to... I mean, people are struggling. It's so much money to the point you think, okay, is this college? Why are you charging so much?
Is it worth it to get pet insurance, just like we have people insurance? Because if you try to go walk into the emergency room for people, I mean, they will take a lot of your money.
Well, I remember my neighbor bought a Labrador, and the Labrador, like, within a week was having, like, a walking issue, and they took it in, and he needed to get a hip replaced. He dropped like so much money for a dog that he got like a week before. But then, I mean, after you devote that much, I mean, he was just like, this animal's mine now, you know?
Well, this is the point of this segment. Give us a call. Call some bitches out. Let's do this thing. I want to call out Maud again, the woman who jumped in Virginia's car during the parade. You can't just jump in cars randomly during a parade.
I think her name was Maud. I don't know.
It makes the story much better if she's Maud.
And we got one positive call out. They want to hear a little bit more of the VMK and the snack pack.
Okay.
Ain't nobody texting that.
While Kevin's out, we like to play all VMK snack pack music.
Well, our goal is not to play any real music. We're not playing any, Taylor Swift or any of that stuff.
We don't get paid by Taylor. we
kicking her
get
out,
paid by
ladies.
the VMK.
Oh, yeah. Ask and thou shalt receive.
This one goes out to all you cougar ladies out there.
Hey, cougar lady. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Snack pack knows older women need loving too. Cougars. We see you coming at us with them cougar claws. Cougars. We'll give you hot flashes like menopause. Damn, she wants to get it on, and she's the same age as my mom. You know the cougars bring that wisdom. That's why the snack pack wants to get with them. I need love from these middle-aged hotties. We think it's sexy that you got wrinkles on your body. You're older than my mommy, you're older than my daddy. You drop it like it's hot even though you are flabby. You love this young blood and we love you too. You can be the honey and we'll be Winnie the Pooh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Her neck looks old but her boobs look young. Get ready, that cougar is about to pounce. You can tell by the way she makes that cougar booty bounce. Everything about you is off the chain, from your droopy elbows to your varicose veins. Cougars. We see you coming at us with them cougar claws. Cougars. We'll give you hot flashes like menopause. Oh, you know it would be nifty hooking up with a girl at her mid-50s. Oh, it's time to get frisky with a woman who's in her mid-60s. Cougars. We see you coming at us with them cougar claws. Cougars. We'll give you hot flashes like menopause.
It's the KVJ Show. And Kevin is out today, so we are kind of doing whatever we want, okay?
Yeah.
While the cat's away, these mice like to play.
Oh,
Do you have your leaf blower ready to go?
I do.
I know you like to do leaf blower stuff.
I do. I love to hit you in the face with random food items that I stuff in my leaf blower. And then the fun of it is, can you guess what you just got hit in the face with? Are you man enough to open your mouth when I hit you?
All
Okay,
right.
I'm calling you out.
Me?
Yeah, because how come I always have to take it to the face? You always escape with these little punishments. We need to turn this into a sudden death.
Well, I'm the one that brought the items in, so I know what they all are,
Well, then
so
don't
I
lose.
would win.
Well, don't lose. It's not about tasting the. It's about getting something to the face. That's what it's about. We need to do that as a sudden death. No. I've taken too many things to the face. You're all in it.
Can you pull that clip, please, Denny?
It's not about the taste, it's about the face.
Denny's, Virginia, myself, and Suits.
Okay, put Suits in
We're
it.
doing sudden death for the leaf blower.
All right.
We got to change some of these laws around these parts, Denny's.
You getting tired of getting blasted?
We do have a line one. I love when people call out other people who call other people out. So the last girl that was on the line complaining about, the pet
The
service,
vet bill.
the vet services. We got Jennifer now calling her out. Jennifer, what do you have to say?
That was a little frustrating for me because I work in the veterinary field, and I know that the costs that we get, we have to buy human medical supplies. We get human costs. We don't have human health insurance to help us, so those costs unfortunately have to go to the owners. And we help out as many people as we can, but we get stiffed a lot. And the amount of money that we do not get paid for the people that we thought we could trust is pretty ridiculous. And so, unfortunately, especially in a breeding situation, somebody who's, whether it was an accident, but breeding is very expensive. So if this wasn't an accident, the fact that she's breeding an animal and then upset about the cost, that is really frustrating because that was a choice.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
was it a breeding thing or was her dog just pregnant? She didn't say.
she didn't say. But I guess my question, can't you see the frustration, though, with people who don't have a lot of money? They go in because they want to take care of their little fur baby, and then like a brain scan is $3,000. Why does it have to be so much money for that?
Those machines are extremely expensive, and so for that situation, I don't deal with that high level there, those specialty machines, but
very expensive to use. And it's very hard on the owners and on us because we have to see this. And unfortunately, it hurts us just as much.
Sure.
And, you know, I don't know if you guys know that veterinarians are going through a lot right now, suicides. And it's a very touchy subject on how much veterinarians get, I guess, bashed by other people when they're trying their best. We do this for the love of animals, not for the money.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well, point, counterpoint.
That's what we do here and call them out.
That's what it's all about.
A lot of people calling out Denny's for looking like Paul McCartney from the Beatles or from Davy Jones from the Monkees.
Or Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees.
Oh, my trouble seems so far away. Yeah. Well, all right. I'll change it up tomorrow. We'll have a different hairstyle.
Hey,
I'm in a second.
Denny.
Messy face.
People want to know why they thought they're like, we know Kevin's got fake hair, but what is Denny's?
My hair looks faker than Kevin's hair. I love it.
Got a couple more column outs here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, boy. Are you guys kind of over the vet stuff? We got the 1 point, the counterpoint. It's just going to turn into vets yelling at people and people yelling at vets.
Well, this is a topic people are passionate about, as we were talking earlier.
Let the people speak, Bird.
All right. Jamie, line 4 from Boynton. You work at a vet. You say something about people who breed their dogs?
I've been in the vet field for over 10 years now. And the overhead alone for an emergency hospital, they've got to pay for supplies and staffing for during the day as well as the night. So their overheads are understandably a lot more than a regular hospital. And for those people that go to places like that, you've got to be prepared for that. And, you know, like the previous girl said, if your dog is being bred, that's a very expensive thing. So if you can't afford something, you know, complications that arise, you probably should have spayed your dog in the first place.
We have no proof that the dogs were bred. That is something that the last caller said. We just know that the dog was having a baby. Not a baby, a puppy.
A litter.
Baby.
If the dog had a baby, that would be awesome.
Can you call a dog?
Oh my gosh, this dog just had a human baby.
Well, thank you for the vet calls. We know that this fires people up. And you're right. If anyone's ever had a dog that's had a baby, call us in.
Oh my gosh,
We'd love
call
to-
us in. I mean, we'll give you Rapids tickets for that story.
We'd love to talk to you.
We got a positive call out. I want to call out my niece on giving birth to her first baby yesterday.
She had a puppy.
Was it a puppy?
It was a litter of babies. All of them were 9 pounds 4 ounces. Baby Oakley.
Oakley, baby Oakley.
Also, this is a common call out. I want to call out blood specialist doctor for taking my blood and then not giving me the results, and then calling me back to take another blood test to make sure the initial results were good, and then not telling me anything about that one.
They lost the blood?
I don't know. He said he got called back in to do them again after 3 days of waiting for his first results.
Yeah, you probably need to go to a new place. Anybody who loses your results the first time, I'm not going back for a second blood draw.
Well, that's something you can't mess up because people are waiting for those results.
And it's kind of important because usually you're there because you have a problem and you want to feel better. Something's wrong.
You guys want to hear from Joe? He's calling somebody out. He's on line 2. Something about insurance. What's going on, Joe?
Hey, hi guys, how you doing?
Good.
Okay, when I got my pit bull, the first thing that I did was I called the ASPCA and got health insurance for the dog. Back then, it was about 8 years ago. It was $300 and something. But if your dog jumped off the couch and broke its paw, or you had 3 times a year of $1,500. If that happened 3 times a year, you're covered up for $1,500. And the shots and everything else was only 20% of what it was. So you could get insurance for the dogs.
Okay, very, very cool. This is a hot button, Virginia.
I hear you. How much is the doggy insurance, though? How much does that run per month?
Well, I had it 8 years ago. It was only $351 for the year.
Oh, that's cheap.
And it covered up to those many incidences.
$351 for the year? That's worth it right there.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Joe, for the comment. The only Our phones are broke still, and the screener's broke, so Suits keeps on giving me the call out. And every single one of them is about vets and dogs.
We might have to.
We're moving on, Denny.
People
All
are
right.
mad.
Yeah, we got to move on. But if you have a call them out that's not dog related,
Not vet related.
I want to call you out for moving on.
the one person, I got a buddy of mine over the weekend. He got cheated on.
Oh.
He got cheated on. Was with a girl for over 8 months. She cheated on him over the weekend. So if you got cheated on over the weekend, why don't you call out these cheaters?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I
Give
know.
details. Give first and last name.
Do you want to do a little segment where people call out the cheater? They get 10 seconds to rant on the person that cheated against them. Whoever has the best rant, we give him tickets.
Will your friend call in?
I don't think I'll text him. I don't think he will.
Text him. Come on.
I will.
All right.
Tell him we need his pain.
Who got cheated on this weekend?
You can give us a call at 877-979-WRMF. That's 877-979-9763. Call us.
Virginia, have you ever been cheated on in your life?
Yes, I have.
It's the worst feeling.
It's awful. I've actually walked in and seen the guy I was with making out with somebody else.
Okay,
It's an awful thing.
That's making out. I know people who have walked in on their on their mate.
It's awful.
Doing the full gorilla. I mean, especially if you're not expecting somebody to be cheating on you.
Oh.
I did not see it
Under
coming.
shock.
I did not see it coming. I was walking out by the pool because I couldn't find him. So I went to go walk by the pool to see if he was out there. And sure enough, he was out there. And he was trying to hook up with this chick. And she was telling him no because she knew me.
Yeah, I could see why she'd be scared.
Because I talked to her afterwards, and she told me all the details. That he was like, oh, Virginia's not the one for me. You're the one for me. Like that whole thing.
You heard all that?
She told me afterward all the details
Ugh.
about how he had been hitting on her for weeks, and they had been dating before he started dating me.
Yeah, I remember the first time I realized this girl that I was with was cheating on me. She changed up the way she was calling me. She was calling me at weird times, and she had such a routine. And the way she was talking, it just sounded like something was sketchy. And she said she was hanging out with her cousin, but I knew her cousin, and I hadn't seen her cousin in a long time. So I'm like, so what's going on? What are you doing right now? She said, I'm just hanging with my cousin. Oh, really?
A male cousin or a female?
Female cousin.
Female cousin.
I go, I would love to talk to your cousin. Let me say hi to her really quick on the phone. She's like, why do you want to talk to her? I just want to say hi. And she wouldn't put her cousin on the phone. I go, your cousin's not there, is she? And she broke down and told me she'd been dating this surfer.
Damn, Bird, you grilled her and you won.
I grilled her. I knew something was up. I said, I know you're lying to me. I know there's another man. I'm dating this guy named Elliot.
Elliot the surfer?
Elliot the surfer.
Oh, he so took your girl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Better lover, better body.
I've had cheating light where it's have a person break up with you right before they want to go on a trip. And then they come back wanting to go back out with you. And you're like, clearly, you went on this trip to cheat.
The vacation hookup.
Totally.
They just want to hook up. Yeah. So we are doing a little. Oh, we lost our call. Dang it, we lost our call. That sucks because she was actually going to win tickets because we only had one person to call. We can tease it right now. If you have been cheated on and you want to call this person out, you've got 10 seconds to rant.
And you don't even have to give their name. I was just being silly.
Yeah, give their name.
You can if you want. But if you want to remain anonymous, you can remain anonymous. And I think we're giving away a great prize for this one.
What are we giving away? Bear tickets?
No, we're giving away Fork and Cork.
Bear?
Oh, Fork and Cork.
Fork and Cork.
It's actually VIP passes.
Exactly.
Ooh.
You'll go into the special VIP area. You get elevated food, elevated wine, the fancier stuff.
Okay, the person who has the best 10-second rant about their cheater, you win those tickets.
Give us a call. Keep it clean, though. 877-979-WRMF.
No swearing?
We can't get in trouble while Kevin is not here for swearing on the radio. That would be bad.
Then we'll never be allowed to do it again.
Right?
But just give us a call. 877-979-9763.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Coming up in just a second, Liam Neeson finally backpedaling and apologizing for what he said. It's been a good bit. since he said those stupid things.
Oh, yeah.
He's finally now owning up to it and saying, okay, yeah, it was racist. Yeah, it was racist, Liam Neeson. Thank you for finally owning it. I will tell you what he said coming up. Better late than never, but seriously, Liam. Before we get into that, I did want to tell you guys that Kanye is going to be at Coachella. How exciting is this?
Huh.
He actually made the announcement on an airplane. So he's flying, I guess. Why is he flying commercial, first of all?
He Taylor Swift the airplane. He hijacks it. This plane's great, but I've been on planes that are greater than this.
So here he is making the announcement about doing Coachella. I guess he's doing that, that Sunday service he does where he makes it like on Sunday morning. It's like a church thing and like all the celebrities go. It's just singing, a lot of Jesus singing. So that's what he's going to do at Coachella. Here he is making the announcement.
Attention, 737 passengers. We'd like to make an announcement that we just booked another show. We will be doing Sunday service, sunrise at Coachella.
I mean, they love it.
Yeah,
If you're
wow.
not a Kanye fan, though, you're like, dude, I'm just trying to listen to my music over here.
It sounds like everybody on the plane was a Kanye fan.
For real.
What is the plane filled with? His family?
I don't know. Yeah, something seems off here.
I know he's got enough kids now to fill half a plane, but it sounds like at least 60 to 70 other people also were very excited.
Well, he's playing Coachella, Virginia. I hope you can sleep tonight.
Awesome. Good for you. Luke Perry is going to have a memorial. They're going to do a whole tribute ceremony to him. It'll be at the Warner Brothers studio coming up Saturday, April 13th. Invitation was sent to hundreds of celebrities and fancy people that have worked with him over the years, like his Beverly Hills 90210 cast and Riverdale cast and everybody. So that's awesome that they're going to do a nice tribute. I wonder if it's going to be televised or on Soch at all.
I'm sure it will be. That one bummed me out. Sometimes usually celebrity deaths don't really stay with me, but there's a few that hit me. I'm like, it sucks, man.
Well, 52. He was 52, and he had a massive stroke, and I've looked everywhere. Like, I know he had a massive stroke, but can you tell me what caused the massive stroke?
Sometimes they don't know.
I know, but I mean, I want to know so I can stop doing whatever it was that Luke Perry was doing.
And that's so young, 52.
52 is so young.
And that's got to hit hard for you being so close to 52.
It ain't far. Certainly ain't. I'm closer to 52 than I am to 32. That's for sure.
All right.
Yes.
Denny's, tell Virginia she looks young.
You look great, Virginia.
You look beautiful.
Yeah, like in that Cougar song, I got an old neck and young boobs. That thing hit home. I was bobbing my head, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is about me. Damn, it's got real. And finally here, what is going on with Liam Neeson? As we expected him to do weeks ago, but he did not, he finally now has apologized for his statements. He made them back in February regarding reaction to a friend that had been raped 40 years ago. It was awful what he had said. And now he released a statement saying, look, I missed the point and I hurt many people. At a time when language is so often weaponized, I have hurt an entire community of innocent people. So he does realize now that his words were very racist and very hurtful to not only people of color, but also to women who have been through a rape situation. So good for you, Liam. A little late with the apology, but better late than never. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day, brought to you by the Our Kids World Family Fun Fest. It is not too late to get involved in all the fun with us. You know, you can get a booth there at the festival and be literally in front of thousands of parents and kids with your business. Go get all the details about it at adayforkids.com, and then we'll see you out there April 26th and 27th and 28th at the fairgrounds.
Boy, oh boy, we had a lot of people calling in that want to call out their cheater. Here's what we're doing. You have 10 seconds to rant. Give your best rant. The one who's the most entertaining will win the cork and fork
Flip it.
Fork and cork. Fork and
Or
cork.
you can cork before you fork, or you can fork before you cork. It's up to you, baby.
You will win those tickets, yes. Now keep in mind, you have 10 seconds to rant, and you can't swear. Please don't swear. We don't know if our dump button's working.
Denny's, check that dump button.
You know, I checked it like 3 times. I think we are almost good.
Okay, I know you don't like to vote, Virginia, but you have to put your voting pants on for this one.
I hate voting.
On line 1, we've got Kurt from Wellington. Kurt, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to that fork and cork, man.
Okay, so you've been cheated on recently?
Absolutely. I was with a woman for 2 months.
Hold on, Kurt. You're going so fast.
Okay.
You have 10 seconds
All right.
now. 10 seconds to rant.
It goes quick, Kurt, so you got to condense.
Yeah, condense, be concise. You don't have to use a name. You can. If you do use a name, don't use the last name.
Yeah.
All right.
Negative.
Kurt, your rant begins now.
All right. I was with her for 2 months. The first time I actually slept over her house, it was fantastic. Went up to go to work the next morning, got a call from her 8 hours. 8 hours later, said she was with somebody else, and took it.
Oh, man, 8 hours later.
So you could tell Kurt had a lot more to say.
Yes. 10 seconds is quick.
Learn from Kurt. You have to get right in there and hit every detail. Okay,
Oh, I
Denny's?
thought that was good.
That was very good. Good job, Kurt. Line 2, we've got Scott from Boca. Scott?
Yep.
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well on my way to work.
All right. You've been done wrong? You've been cheated on?
I have.
All right.
That I have.
You've got 10 seconds to give us the best, most entertaining rant. On your mark, get set, go.
All right, so there's this chick. She's like a straight Jesus freak. She loves Jesus, all that stuff. Went away. I've been with her for 2 years. She went away to Jesus camp. Automatically cheated me with some dude at Jesus camp.
Oh!
She cheated on Jesus camp?
That's a great story.
That is. He did it in 10 seconds.
Scott nailed it. That was very, very good, Scott. Didn't you say something about you have a Jesus camp story?
I do. So I was in teen Jesus camp. This is all like teenagers, like 15, 16, 17, 18. And one of the chicks that was like, she was my friend's older sister. So we were like maybe 15, but her older sister was 18. Her older sister, who was 18 years old, hooked up with the guy running Jesus camp.
Oh.
I mean, talk about...
At Jesus camp.
What would Jesus say?
I mean, I would assume Jesus would frown upon that.
I mean, I wish he would have just struck him down with a bolt of lightning.
Okay, at line 3, we've got Michelle from West Palm. You got some stiff competition, Michelle.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
It's hard to beat Jesus, Michelle, but we're pulling for you.
Okay, you've been cheated on. We're so sorry. Your heart is broken, but you have 10 seconds to rant. Michelle, give it to us.
Okay, so I have a 2-bedroom apartment. My ex left in the middle of the night, took my car to bring somebody back to our apartment and bring them into our other room.
What?
Whoa, with seconds to spare.
Plenty of time to spare.
What exactly happened? I'm
He
sorry.
left in the middle of the night, took her car, went and picked up some stranger, and brought it back to her crib into the spare room.
Oh, hell no. How brazen do
Yeah,
you
how
have
brazen.
to be? That's such a brazen
That's
move.
such a bad move.
Oh,
my gosh.
my gosh.
This is some
I mean,
good
that one's
ones.
pretty good, too.
That's
Okay.
terrible.
Shelby, line 4 from Palm Beach Gardens. How you doing, Shelby?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. We know you've been cheated on. You've got 10 seconds to tell us about your heartbreak. On your mark, get
All right.
set, go.
I was in college, and it was finals week. I was living with my boyfriend at the time, and I went to a friend's house the night before to study for my finals. The next morning, drove by my house and saw his ex-girlfriend's car in the driveway.
Oh.
His ex's car in your driveway. That is done.
Gosh, these are such painful stories, Denise.
I'm getting sad over
They
here.
are. They're all so creative.
Yeah.
I want them all to get forked and corked.
This is, yeah, no kidding. This is line 5, so our last contestant, Sarah from Coral Springs. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good.
All right, you got 10 seconds to tell us about the cheater, what they did to you. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay, I'm not sure how funny it is, but I was with my boyfriend for 2 years, love of my life, and I get home one day from his house, and there's a letter from a girl who wrote to me saying he cheated on me with her
It was horrible.
Oh,
Got
no
the Dear
fun.
John letter.
Well, it's from her, from the girl.
The Dear Joan letter.
The girl wrote her letter saying you've been cheated on.
Damn.
That's rough.
We got 5 contestants. We had Kurt. Well, Kurt was the first one.
Kurt was the first one.
And what was his deal?
He 8 hours after they hooked up. That's
It was
terrible.
all like in the same time frame.
so
Yeah.
messed up. Scott, who...
Jesus camp.
Jesus camp. I think she was a virgin, I think, and then she left, and then she went to Jesus camp and then hooked up with another man.
We didn't check her virginity, but we think that may have been intact.
I might be adding details.
You might be adding details.
And then
you're not going to believe what Jesus did.
We had Rachel. Rachel was from Boynton. She had the one where...
That's Michelle.
I'm sorry.
You want me to do them, baby?
No, Suits gave me too many notes. Yes.
Michelle's man left in the middle of the night in her car, went and picked up a side piece, brought the side piece back to her apartment, and hooked up with the side piece in the spare room.
That's pretty rough,
That's
too,
the worst.
man.
That's terrible.
Oh, my
tough.
gosh.
And then our last one.
Well, we got 2.
For Shelby.
Shelby found her ex's car in the ex of her current boyfriend in the car in the driveway,
Ugh.
and then Sarah got a letter from the girl that her man
mistress.
was cheating with. Yeah,
I got my vote.
Yeah, I have my vote too. I mean, it's hard to beat Jesus, but I think Michelle did.
Yeah.
I was voting Jesus.
So I had Jesus too until Michelle's, man.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we hook up Michelle and Scott?
I like
Let's
it.
do it.
That is something Kevin would not do.
You're right. Look at that.
Jesus Camp, you're awesome. Michelle, you're awesome. You guys are both going to Fork and Cork. We're going to be out there having fun. Fork and Cork happens at Legacy Place Thursday, April 11th. Woohoo!
Thanks everyone for playing.
Well, Kev's not here today, so it's the VJD Show. Oh, yeah, it's back. I know you love doing this leaf blower bit, Virginia.
It's my new favorite thing of 2019.
But instead of just blowing me the whole through, that did not sound good. Blowing
Keep it
the,
PG-13, guys.
the leaf blower.
Did Denny's have to dump you?
Instead of blowing the leaf blower at me, like we always do, let's turn this into a sudden death. People are getting sick of me always, taking stuff to the face.
No, people love it when you take stuff to the face.
I disagree. We need to turn this into a sudden death where every man or woman has a chance to lose.
Oh, I don't like it. I like it better when it's you.
Oh, it needs to be Virginia. She's wearing a white dress, and all that stuff in that air blower is going to just ruin it. Look at Sweet Suits. He's got a white
He's
shirt
got a white
on.
shirt on.
Every day I come in here, I can't wear my clothes at the end of the day.
Suits, your nipples are popping in that shirt.
Wow.
Look at you.
I think that's what I was going for.
It's not that cold in here either.
It's cold in there.
So why don't you explain to the nice people listening what exactly this bit is in case they've never heard it before?
Okay, so I got this leaf blower at Home Depot, and it's not fancy, but it blows the leaves. It also is awesome if you load it up with stuff that's not too heavy, and then you turn it on and blow your friend in the face with all the stuff.
I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to turn this into a thing, getting a lot of text messages about people saying they want you to lose.
Me?
So, yes! They want
The
to see,
witch?
they
You
wanna see-
want me to lose.
They want to see the witch take it to the face.
How did this turn? I thought the bit was supposed to be, I hit you in the face and you try to guess the item. I brought all the items in so I know what they are.
Well, then you'll be really good at the game then, if you lose. Just got to pick a high card, dog.
So I think Suits, I think he's the one passing out cards here. Let's see what we get.
Is Suits in it?
Suits is in it.
Okay, good. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. I like when our numbers are bigger.
The kid, the prodigy, is absolutely in the race here. I want either Suits or Denny's, or Suits or Virginia. To get
Yeah.
it. Or Denny's. Denny's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I just want anybody but me.
All right, here's where Virginia takes 30 minutes to pick out a
Okay.
card.
I'm going to put the timer on.
All right. Got my card.
All right.
Anytime I ever go after Virginia about this bit, I always lose.
Yeah, you're going to get a 2.
I need to not get it too. The last time you did this, you put curry powder in there, and that will drop a man.
Okay, so we actually got in trouble for the curry powder because who knew? If you put curry powder in a leaf blower and hit your friend in the face, it still smells like curry powder weeks after you do the bit.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was going to be the case.
The AM station still bring it up to us in the hallway.
Yeah.
Everybody who has to come in this room brings it up and says it still smells like curry.
It still does have a hint of curry in here. It was a learning experience for us all.
It's like a month ago we did that.
I know.
All right. Who is taking it to the face today with the leaf blower? All right, Denny's, what do you have?
Oh, I got a jack.
Denny's got a jack.
Face card.
Look at that face.
The fix is in. I guess if you sit in that chair, you rig stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Your hair looks fake, and you win these. So.
Suits, what did you get?
I got a jack.
Oh! It's between the witch and the bird.
Oh, this is terrible.
And my card is not great.
You saw it already?
I did. What did you get?
My card's not awesome. It's an 8.
Oh, that's still pretty high, though.
What did you get, Bird? What did you get?
See his face.
What did you get?
He can't.
4!
Yes!
Every time I'm mean and negative to Virginia, I lose. She really is a witch.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
I am rubber and you are glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you.
Oh, well, it looks like we got a leaf blower going right to the dome piece of one Jason.
I have so many fun items.
People are sick of me taking it.
No, they're not.
All right, we got a song, and we'll be right back with some leaf blower action.
Yeah, Jay, it's Danny. I got a message for you. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Kevin, he's a rat. The dirty rat. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Kevin, he's a rat. The dirty rat.
Kevin and his phony laugh. What's up with that?
Do you hate Kevin Ralston?
Yeah, he's a rat.
Damn, Ann, you are gonna make Kevin cry.
That bitches like me is hard to come by.
I can't stand it anymore.
So, Ann, rip the mic up with the snore.
I'm so pissed off by the spit nickels. I'm so pissed off by the spit nickels. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Kevin, he's a rat. The dirty rat. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Kevin, he's a rat. The dirty rat.
That's great.
Shut up.
Oh, man, the groans.
There's no way I don't lose the most on this show.
You definitely do.
You lose a lot.
Every competition, I have the most loss percentage.
Because you run your mouth.
I do.
And you throw it out in the universe, and the
Then what's
universe
your-
is like, uh-huh.
What's your excuse? You don't run your mouth? You
Oh,
run
that's
your
true.
Mouth so bad.
No, I specifically do not run my mouth right before the contest. I don't wish ill on anybody. I don't throw that karmic energy out there.
Oh, you're so good.
I like having Suits in the mix, but that's the most I will say.
I have a
I was pulling for Suits to lose.
I got a theory. Virginia really is a witch with superpowers, and I'm not sure she doesn't have a voodoo doll.
That's so funny.
What am I doing now?
I told my voodoo doll, make his penis small, and it worked.
Very hurtful.
Oh, right before this bit, too.
Very hurtful.
All right, do you want the safety goggles?
No.
Do you want the blindfold?
I don't want the blindfold.
Come on, at least wear the glasses.
I'm not going to do it.
At least wear the glasses.
All these Johnny-come-latelys on Twitter. Oh, Bird's old. You can't do stunts anymore.
I got stuff today that I do not want you to get in your eye.
Yeah, just remember the curry powder. Remember how awful that was?
Don't have your eyes open, okay?
I won't open my eyes.
All right, is Suits gonna video?
Suits is video, and
You gotta close your eyes now.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm pouring this stuff in. I don't want you to see it.
All right.
So I'm trying to guess the flavor or whatever this is.
Yeah. So I'm loading up the leaf blower
Guys, I'm so not ready to be nauseous today, Devin.
with an item.
You're
You
just
have
feeling
to
better.
Guess what the item is as it hits you in the face, full blast style. Are you ready?
I am Suits. Please do not miss this because it sucks when we don't get this on video.
We did it for nothing.
Yes.
All right, a little leaf blower action blowing right into Bird's face. He has to identify the item in it.
Eyes closed,
All right.
mouth open,
All right.
in 3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain.
That all went in your mouth. You like breathed it in.
Ooh. Is that cinnamon sugar?
It is cinnamon sugar.
Oh, it smells so good.
Virginia, it's painful but delicious.
That looked like pellets of salt or
It
something
looked
being
like
shot.
somebody was blowing cocaine on it.
We wouldn't waste good cocaine.
That one looked awesome.
All right, what else you got? How many do we have of these?
I've got 7 rounds.
No.
We're gonna make 3 breaks out of this.
All right, we got 3 rounds.
That makes me want Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, me too. I smell it over here. I think some got on me.
Makes me want Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Visine.
All right.
Hey, are people doing this at parties? Because if they're not, they need to.
If anybody does this, please send us video.
At KVJ Show is what you tag it.
Be careful, though. Don't do it to children.
Wear glasses.
Yes. All right, close your eyes.
I'm not closing them.
Jaybird, I don't want you to see what I'm loading in it. Close your eyes.
Okay, I'm not looking.
All right, close your eyes.
All right, ready?
And 3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain!
You missed me. You have to do it again.
What was that? That was like a whole heap of like
You missed me.
pellets.
All right, we're playing Leaf. What's the name of this?
It's gotta change.
Torture Jaybird? What's this called?
Torture Bird with leaf blower.
It's called Kevin is not here today, so we just act a fool.
Kevin's got to be up listening though. He's probably changing the channel right
He's
now.
probably driving here to stop this.
I must end this.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to Mo and Sally. This crap is a week. What a bunch of hacks. They do this every time I'm out.
It never gets old.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1. Bring in the pain!
Oh, nice. Nice.
What is that? I can't. That's a weak item that does not travel well.
Bacon bits.
Doesn't travel well.
I think it's made with real bacon too. Did you know bacon bits themselves are actually accidentally vegan? They're not real.
I did know that.
Yeah.
There is a bacon. Yeah.
If you go with the original, that's real bacon. I've already looked at that package.
Oh,
But if you
okay.
get like those Bacos,
bacon bits are actually, there's no actual bacon in
they
them.
give you horrific breath too.
And heartburn.
Yes.
All right, you want one more?
Yeah, man.
All right, close your eyes.
All right, I'm not.
All right, I'm going to load up this thing with one more. This will be our final round today.
Leaf blower, Jaybird torture.
See if you can guess what this item is.
I will.
You keep your mouth open and your eyes closed, please.
All right.
In 3, 2, 1, bring in the pain! I told you to keep your eyes
What the heck was
that glass?
Oh my gosh.
It's sprinkles.
Oh,
Look at
so painful.
Look at your mouth. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So, let me see your teeth. Open them wide.
Wow.
Wow,
is very
indeed.
painful. All right, Suits, get the camera out of my face.
Nah. Bits over, Suits. That was awesome. Leaf blower, Jaybird punishment, sudden death.
Oh, I've got sprinkle snot on it.
So the minute that hit his mouth turned blue immediately.
That out of all of them, that's the most painful one.
Because they're little tiny, like little shards.
shards.
Yeah.
Good job, dude. Look at that.
Thanks.
You did great today.
You know, I am a little disappointed. The bacon does not travel well.
It's too heavy.
We learned a lot. Yeah, you got to keep a powder in there.
I was going to bring pinto beans. Those are really too heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, you learn something every day.
We do.
Yeah.
If God made my dream girl, God made my dream girl. This is what he'd do. This is what he'd do. He would build her whole body with Italian food. With Italian food. If God made my dream girl, he'd make her like this. Meatballs for boobs, pepperonis for nips. If God made my dream girl, it'd be such a blessing. Every time she peed, it would be Italian dressing. I'd never leave my dream girl alone. If her bones were made from calzone. Mamma mia. I wanna marry a chick who has fingers that taste just like mozzarella sticks. My dream girl's farts would smell like a cannoli. And her poop would smell like ravioli. It's time to get ready. He wants to go steady with a girl who has pubic hair made of spaghetti. If God made my dream girl, God made my dream girl. This is what he'd do. This is what he'd do. He would build her whole body with Italian food. With Italian food. I lust for your crust. I lust for your crust. Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Still kind of cleaning up after that last bit there.
Oh,
How's it going? Shooting a little video.
That's going great, Denny's.
It is a mess over here. Wait, can I just hit the counter with the leaf blower again?
Do it
Because
real quick.
It cleans all the cinnamon sugar off onto the floor, and then we'll vacuum the floor.
I love it.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no! Oh no! All your endorsements. Oh, it was right at the end too.
I don't know. I just feel so powerful when I hold the leaf blower.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it just gives me a rush.
You will not stand out in the hallway and blow
our coworkers.
the leaf blower.
I dare you,
I gotta
Virginia.
stop. Why am I saying this wrong?
We should do a mystery sound and leaf blow somebody.
Oh, well, it's not a mystery if the audience knows about it,
Oh,
Virginia.
damn.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, it's a mystery sound. Shh, don't tell anybody. Funny enough, you're accidentally topical. We have a
Yeah.
mystery sound coming up.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
We do. For
Okay.
tickets, no big deal.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that as well.
All right, Denny's, give us some whacked out news.
So, as you imagine, police officers probably get tons of reports when it comes to pulling over people for driving erratically. You pull them over, and in fact, the excuses can be anywhere from eating food, talking on the phone,
Distracted.
putting on makeup. Distracted drivers, it's a big issue. But a Minnesota sheriff encountered for the first time ever a distracted driver, and the excuse was he had too many pigs on his lap.
Did we do this story last week?
Shh, don't tell him.
Did you?
Oh.
I gotta start listening to you guys.
You're just like a Kevin hack.
What are you talking about?
So he starts to
just
sit in Kevin's chair. Then he comes into work today, Denny's does, with fake-looking hair.
Oh, tired ass pig bit. We heard this.
I just had this sent to me.
Hey,
Jeez.
last week called.
We
They
heard
want
this.
their bit back.
All right, here's what.
0 for 1.
All right,
Kevin's so proud.
He's so proud. All right, let's to keep it in the same vein.
Okay, what other recycled crap do you have,
All
Denny's?
right, let's see if you guys heard this one last week. Let's see. What would you do if you woke up in the morning, stretching your arms, you look out your window, and you see 100 goats rampaging in your garden?
Okay, that's just awesome.
You love it, right?
I love
I do
goats.
love it, yeah.
I love goats.
I'm not upset
I'm
about
sad for my plants, but
Well, here's the bummer. In West Boise, a resident opened up to hear tons of goats in their yard tearing up their garden that they had been working on for that whole year. They were really bummed out about it. But what happened was, remember that website, Rent-A-Goat?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, their fence fell down and all their goats escaped and started terrorizing a neighborhood. Some of you wonders if this is a publicity stunt to bring attention to their company, but they swear it isn't. But they destroyed, and they have to pay a bunch of damages for a bunch of people's yards.
Okay, so it probably wasn't then if they have to pay all the damages.
It's eating people's pot.
But you wonder, that could be a trade-off, whatever the damages is, for advertising.
National story.
Hey, you just can't believe anything these days.
That Rent-A-Goat is not cheap either. We looked into it. They want like $90 an hour just for one goat. I'm
Yeah.
like, no,
So their deal breaks, because I was looking at it, comes at the more goats that you purchase. They cut you a discount.
To get 100
so-
goats, you get $20 off.
That's what they say. Because it's supposed to be you're renting a ton of goats for a party. That's
what you do.
Yeah.
And are the goats cool with that? Do you think they're cool? Do you think they want to do that?
If you don't want to cut your yard, rent like 10 goats and let the goats cut it.
Well, they said that's what they mainly do, is people don't want to cut yards. They rent the goats, and the goats will eat everything. They eat all your vegetation.
Denny's, you're being called out again. Did we do this story last week, too? People are saying we did this story last week, Denny's. What's really shocking is me and Virginia don't remember it.
Or me, jeez.
Look, I mean, we had a long day at Pride Fest.
We did.
It was a long weekend.
It was a long weekend.
What other hacky stuff
Yeah,
do you
let's
have?
see here. You guys have probably heard about the chocolate factory in Germany that spilled all the chocolate onto the streets.
No, Denny's.
All right, well, so I'm sure we'll be corrected on this from a story we've already done. But yes, firefighters were called to a chocolate factory. I figured Bird would like this one because they spilled, the chocolate overflowed. They had to open their doors and it spilled out into the streets. They spent days sweeping up all the chocolate.
Yeah, melted chocolate, that does not move.
It had all hardened.
That's tough to clean up, my friends.
Nobody was injured, and they will have chocolate for the rest of the year.
Do you eat some of it? Like the part that hasn't touched the ground?
For sure.
I would totally like scrape the top and eat that.
I'm not one of those people that get grossed out when something hits the ground. If I drop a pizza on the ground, I'm eating it.
It depends
That's
what
what your
ground.
Uber driver said.
Look, if I don't know about it, I don't care. If the Uber Eats driver is taking my pizza and he's dipping his nards on my pizza, that's fine.
Oh, really?
Just don't let me know about it. Just clean up to the point I don't know about
Don't
it.
let him know about it. But please, if you do that, send me the video.
No, it's seriously. I'm not trying to. Do not put your nards on my pizza. That wasn't. I wasn't telling people to do that. I'm just saying, if you are going to do that, I don't want to know about it.
Well, if you find random hairs on your pizza, you know where they're from.
I would say 1 out of 10 pizzas probably has had something done to it.
I would say 90% of your orders of French fries have had fries stolen.
That's too high of a number.
Even disgruntled employees. It might not even be the Uber.
It's true.
There's so many hands that could touch that before you touch that.
Well, just think about somebody who is crazy enough to, okay, they're not at the level of wanting to be a murderer. They're not at that level, but they still have the same type
They want to hurt people.
Yeah, they have the same type of traits. So they're not murdering people, but they're watching the world burn by doing unspeakable things like taking their nards and putting it on a pizza.
Yeah, you wanted extra meat? Here you go.
Oh, Denny, it's a scary world out there.
It is. And here, to add to the scariness, what are you guys' thoughts on the Airbnb? Have you guys used it?
I'm not a big fan.
I have used it, and I'm kind of backing off of it because it's creepy.
Well, so I almost booked one for when I got married, but when I called the person, they had the most terrifying voice I've ever heard. And they were like,
"What the hell?"
Well, no, they were like, "Hello, what do you want?" Like that, and I was like, "Is this the Airbnb that I'm calling?" And they're
yes,
like,
I want
Yes.
soul.
I live under a bridge.
No, so I told her, I was like, I'll call you back. It was a woman. It was crazy. So I was so terrified. Well, this kind of adds to the terrifyingness. Customer Max Vest shook hands with a Miami Airbnb back in January. The man introduced himself as Ralph, even though his real name was Ray. That should have been the first tip-off. But when he came home about 8 or 9 p.m., Ray was already asleep. But he noticed a red light in the corner of his room, and upon inspection, he noticed 2 cameras were filming him.
So this is now a problem.
Yes.
There's a lot of Airbnbs that people are saying, "Oh, I found a camera in my Airbnb." You are allowed to put cameras in your Airbnb. You can't do the bathroom.
And you can't do the bedrooms that the
can't do
guest is sleeping in.
But you can do the living area.
For
you
sure.
can do the kitchen.
How
you can
bummed
do-
out would you be if you found out that you were being videotaped pooping?
So bummed out.
And then
I
there's
would be
copies of it.
I'd be so sad.
I told you, one of my biggest fears is you go into a restroom, it's like small, close quarters, and you're booming, you know? And then all of a sudden, all 4 walls drop down, and you're on a game show. What would you do?
That sounds like a Japanese game show.
Totally.
Totally.
Like, you get in, and they trailer you over to it, and you get out, you're doing your thing. Oh, I'd be mortified.
That reminds me of a popular Reddit question that's going on right now making the rounds. It says you get $1,000 in your bank account every time you take a shower. However, the whole process is live streamed on the front pages of YouTube the moment you step in the shower and the moment you walk out. So everything is filmed, but you get $1,000 every single time.
Gosh.
Do you do it?
I would do it.
They see everything, Virginia.
Here's why. It would force me to get into fantastic shape.
Yeah.
And then every time I was in a little financial crisis, which feels like every month, pretty much.
Yeah.
Every time something bad happens, I could just say, "I gotta go take a shower, guys. I gotta go do it."
What if that same deal, okay, you'll do the nudity, but they also say when you're pooping, you get filmed. $1,000. Every time you poop, you get filmed. Every time you poop or every time you take a shower.
Pooping is rougher
It's tougher.
than shower.
Denny poops 4 times a day. That's $4,000 in a day.
I know, that's 4 times people gotta watch me poop.
But people love you. You have a
I feel
wife.
like of anybody on this show that I would like to watch poop, you'd probably be like the one that would be least offensive.
Nah, I think the kid, the prodigy, Suits.
I'm super fast.
I feel like Suits makes a big poo.
All right, now that's
He's gonna be there a while.
that's unfounded. That's not.
Yeah, there's no proof
There's
of
no
that.
proof of that.
I think he's coming in to defend himself here.
I feel like Suits is like me. Like
We don't have to have a debate.
I
about
hold it for a couple of days, but when I do finally go, it's large.
You hold it? What are you hibernating?
For the winter?
What are you, a bear?
I'm very busy.
You hold it? That's not healthy, by
For
the way.
days.
I know. That's how my body was until I started taking these strong probiotics.
All right.
They really work.
Oh, they definitely
Something
do.
tells me this conversation's jumped the shark.
I'm sorry for being
makes
so
you say that?
sexy.
Suits, defend your good
I do,
name.
I'm not a freaking big pooper. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm
You're
like
not?
Denny's. I go. Denny's and I both kind of go a couple times a day.
Yeah.
Don't let the witch push you around.
Well, I'm just sitting here doing my thing. And it's like,
We're super regular.
Well, I'm glad you defended your good name, Suits.
I'm
sometimes
sorry.
you just can't stand by.
I didn't mean to drag you through the mud.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of seeds and fiber. Those are my 2 big things right now. If anyone cares. Well, that's why I think I poop so much.
I just like when
And you stop the room.
I like when Denny says something and nobody responds.
All right. Here, I'm gonna read another whacked out story you guys have heard.
Isn't that an uncomfortable feeling when you're live on the air? You say something and then the room goes silent. That's the worst.
What do you mean, guys? What do you mean? Like what just happened?
Let's do a mystery sound. Let's get this train back on the tracks.
Okay.
So you guys are done with the whacked. I get it.
What tickets?
Oh, he had more stories?
No, I didn't. I'm kidding. I'm trolling.
He had 3 of the same stories from last week, Virginia. I mean, I gotta throw the towel in at some point.
You're right. You're right.
Here's a mystery sound. What do you guys want to give away for tickets? We got a few rounds of tickets here.
We can do those Barrett Jacksons.
Okay.
Barrett Jackson, is that a good ticket, Virginia?
Absolutely. It's the car auction.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very fancy.
Very, very fancy.
All right, something's going on in this mystery sound now. This is a mystery sound that did not get approved from Kevin.
Oh, all right.
Maybe because it's too easy, possibly.
You didn't like it?
He didn't like it.
Well, this would be an easy way then for you to win some Barrett Jacksons.
I love doing bits Kevin didn't like when Kevin's gone.
Oh, that's our MO.
All right, so here's today's mystery sound.
Excuse me.
Oh. I think
You know what's going on.
You want it one more
Wait,
time?
I need to hear that again.
All right, hear it one more time.
One more time.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what's going on?
No.
Okay, if you know that mystery sound, give us a call at
877-979-WRMF. That's 877-979-9763.
All right, we got a little bit of a mystery sound for y'all. Can you guys tell us what's going on in this clip?
Excuse me.
There's a lot going on in there.
A lot of people have some answers here. Let's go ahead. Line 5, Katie from Palm Beach Gardens. Katie, what is your guess?
Hi, good morning. I kind of want to change my answer, but I think it's Jason opening a bag of chips and stuffing his face.
Jason opening up chips. What's the backstory? What's the woman say? Why is she so offended?
Maybe it was hers.
Is that your final answer?
I think so, yes.
Can you identify the mystery woman in the clip?
Oh, on Ann?
Very good. Okay.
Yay!
Got it. Congratulations. The easiest mystery sound ever.
Is that why, Kevin?
So
That's why Kevin didn't approve it.
It was easy, but what had happened was I was filming something else with Ann, and I had the camera running, and I go over there to open up some of these chips she had on her counter, and I start eating, and I guess they were forbidden. Here's a little bit of
They were for her lunch?
They were for her lunch.
So this is the full clip here?
This is her. Yeah, this is her talking after.
Excuse me. Those are not yours. Those are for my lunch tomorrow.
I didn't know.
Well, you should have asked. That was just enough for my sandwich tomorrow.
Do you see? That's how my family gets. If you eat their food.
I get it. You guys are still talking about that time you ate your brother's Chinese food back in the 90s.
I was 17 years of age. It was 1994.
It was an overcast day.
He had just gotten Chinese food. He had one bite, and then he was so tired he took a nap. I come home from high school. I'm like, oh my gosh, Chinese food. I ate all of it. He woke up and about cried and fought me.
Well, that's awesome. We're going to hook you up with a pair of tickets to go check out the Barrett Jackson, the world's greatest collector car auction, happening April 11th through the 13th. Guaranteed tickets there. Look at that. That's not bad at all. And actually, here's a song that shows your affinity for the frozen foods, Bird.
By the way, last month, I don't know if you knew this, Virginia, just a day ago, it was Frozen Food Month.
Yeah.
Do you eat frozen food?
I don't, but you know what I do keep in my fridge? I keep frozen nuggets and chicken tenders for the kids, so in case I need to whip up something really fast.
You're still complicit, Virginia. You're still part of this. You're still part of the frozen food world.
I won't eat them, but...
Oh, whatever. You're such a food snob.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm getting fat. I love eating frozen food. There's so many tasty snacks. I took time to make a list of all the frozen foods that taste delish. It goes something like this. I love Pepperidge Farm chocolate fudge cake. I love Hungry Man country fried steak. I want White Castle burgers with Nathan fries, along with Swanson's family-sized chicken pot pie. I love Jimmy Dean and Kid Cuisines with the scoop of Rocky Road Haagen-Dazs ice cream. I love Bagel Bites and Totino's and Red Baron and DiGiorno. I want Marie Callender's macaroni and cheese, and I need Mrs. T's yummy pierogies. I love Pillsbury apple toaster strudels and B.F. Chang's chicken with garlic noodles. I love Eggos and Aunt Jemima pancakes and the cheese enchiladas that Stouffer's make. I want French toast sticks and Uncrustables, Chili's queso dip and popsicles. I'm always in the mood for frozen food. For frozen food. For frozen food.
That is a little sweet sound of the VMK. Kevin's out today. It's the KVJ Show, minus the K, but he's back tomorrow.
I don't think we've played one real song today.
And we like it that way.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, Taylor Swift don't pay my bills, but you know who buys me chicken? The VMK.
That's true.
You're right.
That's true.
And do you want some chicken today, Mama?
I would love some buds.
Okay. Oh, yes. We will get buds.
Yes.
You know, we'll celebrate this mediocrity after the show today, and we'll go get some buds chicken seafood. Now, that stuff is excellent.
I love it.
Love me some buds.
All right, well, I think we're jumping into a little game that I know Bird kind of dreads.
This is another bit Kevin did not approve. Denny's wanted to do that. You know, remember how we did that risk your number bit?
Yes, where you put your cell phone on the line. Each question you miss in a trivia contest, one more digit of your cell phone is given out over the radio.
I vowed never to do that again because
Yes.
it got real. The last round when my number was out there, it got really weird and really just mean. Wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and some dude from Port St. Lucie's telling me how badly I and my family suck. Yeah, nah.
My favorite was when the guy from Port St. Lucie was pretending to be the moon.
Oh, yeah.
And he kept taunting you as the moon. Jay Bird, I'm watching you. He would just send you moon pictures.
Tomorrow night, I'll be waning.
So I really don't want to give out my phone number because it's such a to-do to get it changed. It really is.
But, I mean, look, we're running low on material. Kevin ain't here. You got to step up.
We got an hour to burn.
Okay. We have an hour to burn, so it's time to ruin your personal life. All right, so what exactly are we doing?
So we're going to do a little trivia contest for you, Bird. What's one of the things that you love most in the world?
Pizza.
Besides that?
Cheese.
Besides that?
80s movies.
Okay, sport.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
That was the one we were looking for.
So we know the Atlanta Braves is your favorite team.
It is.
You're not from Atlanta, so it's kind of confusing.
Not really. If you grew up in South Florida, you would understand why you love the Atlanta Braves. Municipal Stadium.
What?
Municipal Stadium. That was down here. Well, you stutter too, by the way.
I do. You're
Always
right.
on my ass about stuttering. You stutter just as much.
All the time, but yours are more fun.
All right, fine. What was I even saying, Denny?
Municipal Stadium.
Atlanta Braves, people were big fans down here. Dale Murphy, ever hear of him?
Only from you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know him. If he walked in here and kicked me in my breast, I would not know Dale Murphy.
Well, back in the 80s and early 90s, TBS always ran Atlanta Braves games, and they were terrible. They were the worst team in baseball, but you were forced to watch the Braves. So if you live down here in South Florida, like, I guess I like the Braves by default. So that's kind of that's how I end up loving the Braves.
Oh, very nice story.
I should be good at this game.
You should be.
Yeah.
You better be, or else you're giving out your cell phone.
All right.
Denny's, who is really good at gathering sports trivia, put these questions together.
Denny's, you came up with these questions?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not giving out any number. You guys can have my first, the 561.
All right.
That's how confident I am. If
All
Denny's
right.
he picked out the easiest questions.
Okay. Did you, Denny's?
We will see.
Okay.
All right, question number 1 for you, Jay Bird. In what 3 cities did the Braves win the 1914, the 1957, and the 1995 World Series games?
Atlanta Braves, Milwaukee Braves, and Atlanta Braves, the Milwaukee Braves. Who was the
1914? Is that the game you're struggling with? I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I know. I'm not real versed on my 1914 facts. Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Braves, the Milwaukee Braves, and
there's one more.
Give me the Philadelphia Braves. No, it's definitely not the Philadelphia Braves. I don't know. Oxford Braves.
It is not the Oxford Braves. Boston.
Boston Braves. What an idiot.
Oh.
My gosh.
You know what you got to do.
All right. I should have gotten that one. That's a very easy question.
You got to give out the first digit of your phone number. So you already told us 561.
3. Oh. I'm very sad about that. And I look like a poser. God.
Don't worry. We have like 87 more questions for you to try to redeem yourself.
All right. Though I am kind of confident if that's the level of questioning we're going with. Why do you keep moving around and talking to suits, Denny's? You're making me very uneasy and nervous.
What happened to all my pens? There used to be like 10 pens in
Here,
there.
you need a pen?
Here's a pen. Oh, my gosh. He's...
Oh, sorry.
You hit my eye, V.
I thought you
right in my cheekbone.
It's so hard to concentrate.
Bird hands me a piece of wood as I'm getting hit in the face with a
Now I
pen.
know how Kevin feels. I mean, Denny's is squirming
It's
around.
like doing a show with monkeys. You never know what's going to happen.
He's waving to suits through the window. And he's
To bring him a pen.
And he's trying to talk, so I think he's actually talking to me as I'm trying to answer this stupid game.
I am so sorry about your
It's
eye.
fine. It's fine.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I wasn't even looking at Virginia when that hit me.
Virginia throws him a pen and hits him in the retina.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's get back on track here.
What were we talking about?
We were playing a game. So you gave out part of your phone number, 561. The first number is 3.
Yes, 5613.
3.
I can't believe I didn't get Boston Braves. I'm so bummed out.
All right, question number 2. This Brave is the only one to play in all 3 franchise cities. It was Boston, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. Along with Henry Aaron, he was also a big record holder.
Only talking about Eddie Matthews.
That is correct.
Yeah! Okay, in your face.
Okay. All right. On April 22nd, 1876. I'm going deep.
Yeah, you are. You're going a little too deep.
When baseball first started.
Were they even playing then?
Cavemen played in this very first game in the NLH National League history. So it was the very first game. Who did the Boston Braves play?
Only talking about the St. Louis Cardinals.
That is incorrect.
What?
So this is 1876, the Boston franchise. Participated in their first game in the National League. Which
When
team?
they played.
Oh, I got it wrong.
You got it wrong. It's actually the Philadelphia Athletics. So you got to give out another digit of your cell phone.
561. 37.
37. Okay.
That was a tough one.
Oh, Denny's piped down.
Well, no, I didn't even know what that meant.
You've got
Philadelphia Athletics.
You've got Kevin's smugginess down nicely.
All right.
All right.
Which Atlanta Braves pitcher debuted in 97 and amassed a total of 2,083 career strikeouts?
Only talking about Tom Glavine. No, or Greg Maddux.
It's not Tom and it's not Greg.
Dang it.
Give me the buzzer.
Oh, John Smoltz.
Not John. I mean, you got it wrong.
Who is it?
Kevin Millwood.
Kevin Millwood?
Yeah. Oh, Millwood, man.
Millwood?
Millwood's costing you another digit.
You're dropping Millwood on me?
Millwood. Denny, these questions are great.
Thanks.
I'm just bad.
All right, so far we've got 56137.
I believe it's 376. Yeah.
You're not sure what your phone number is?
I am. I just want to make sure. Because for some reason, it only lists my old number on my phone. I know it's a mess.
So, Bird has this weird thing where
Imagine that.
He texts me and it comes in as this weird name. I'm not going to say the name, but it comes in as this other person's name. And then when he emails me like audio files, it comes in as his address.
So what?
Everyone he audio file sends, it sends him his address.
So people, I wonder why I have stalkers. I'm sending emails and it literally is pinpointing to my address.
The header of the email is his address.
And
Come on over.
Denny's has no idea why this happens, and he knows about this stuff. He goes, Birdman, I've never seen this before.
I've looked through his phone like 3 times. I can't figure out why it's sending his address to everybody.
You're a mystery. A man of mystery.
All right, can we get this terrible game over?
Give us the other digit. 37 what?
376.
Yeah,
Six, okay.
I think I said it.
561-376.
How many more questions do we have?
17.
All right. Give it to me.
What was the first season that Milwaukee was a Braves team?
Boy, that sounded so smooth.
That
sounded so natural.
Can you tell? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
What?
What was the first season that they were the Milwaukee Braves?
1955.
Final answer?
I'm trying to judge your face, but it's so hard to judge your face.
There's so many wrinkles.
No, there's a lot of Botox. It doesn't move.
You look very young, Virginia.
It doesn't move. 55 doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. You're 53. 53 feels good. Final answer, 53.
It is 53.
It
is.
Wow.
Wow.
You're crushing it, Bird.
Wow.
Danny, did you give him clues?
I'm not. No.
All right, here we go. 561-376.
What?
561-376.
Okay.
I'll give you 4 more questions so you can actually give out my number.
We only need 2. I have 2 more.
Okay.
How many times did the Braves win the World Series during the 90s?
That's such an easy question.
Come on, Denny's.
That's an easy question.
Is that an easy
That's
question?
An easy
Yeah.
one. It's 1.
It is 1.
Oh, look at that.
All right. Final question. What is the street name of the address for Turner Field?
321 Home Run Away. I have no idea.
No, that's not correct. It's actually 755
Hank
Aaron
Aaron
Drive. Give us another digit.
561-376. Denny's, what is my...
I think it's 0.
Okay.
I'm so used to saying the full ending.
You want one more question just for fun?
Give me one more question.
Okay. Atlanta Stadium opened for business in 1965 with the Milwaukee Braves playing a 3-game exhibition series against which American League team?
Only talking about the Toronto Blue Jays.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
It's the Detroit
Tigers. I know nothing.
Some of those questions are tough, I'm going to say.
Do you even like baseball?
I do. 561-376.
06.
It's getting hairy.
It's pretty close.
You can probably figure it out now.
I mean, there's a couple combinations you could do there.
Do you have any more questions?
I do. You want another one?
You might as well, right?
All right.
In what year did the Braves win their very first World Series? We already talked about it.
1955.
That is incorrect.
1953. 1961.
It's close.
1914.
Oh!
Remember we talked about
Going
it.
Boston on me?
Yeah, when they were Boston, then
When
they
they
were
were
Milwaukee.
Boston.
Danny, it's like you know about Boston.
And then they became the Atlanta Braves, guys.
Get out.
I have no idea. I have no
With
idea.
your Beatles haircut.
It's the chair.
It is.
It makes you smug and it makes
Something
your
about it.
hair look beautiful.
Something about this chair. So I think that's one last. I guess at this point you could technically guess it if we give out this next one.
561-376-06. And what's my next number? 06. Is it 1?
5.
No. Wait, so what's my number?
561-376-065.
Lucky for you, I'm out of questions.
I have it up on KVJ TV. You can check out if you want. That's what we got. You'd have to do a little investigation work for the back end.
Or just go through the numbers.
How about this? Turn into a game. First person that actually figures out my number gets tickets.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
First call you get, or first text.
First text.
First text.
You have to text Bigfoot is real, and then I'll know. And if
Okay.
it's one of my friends, I'll know that you got that number.
Right.
All
Oh,
right.
I love it. All right, text us at 877-979-9763. That's 877-979-WRMF.
Give the number one more time just in case people are playing. It's 561-376-0655.
5.
All right.
We're looking for that mystery number. Text us now.
Virginia. Virginia is the cackle queen. Virginia is a cackle queen.
Tell them, Ann.
Virginia is the cackle queen. Virginia is a cackle queen. What is your problem?
Ann, tell me what is on your mind.
Virginia is annoying because it cackles all the time.
If you saw Virginia, what would you
I
say?
am so sick of the dirt of the day. Virginia, why are you always laughing? Virginia, why are you always cackling?
Ann, take it to the bridge.
And it went something like this. Virginia. Virginia. Virginia is the cackle queen. Virginia is a cackle queen.
Tell them, Ann.
Virginia is the cackle queen. Virginia is a cackle queen. Virginia.
It's the KVJ Show. In case you couldn't tell, Kevin is not here today. He went to go celebrate up in Michigan, his favorite sports team. He went to go celebrate his son's birthday. They celebrated his daughter's birthday. You know, he's got the twins that just turned 21. So they all went up there as a family, and he was nice enough to put pics up on social if you want to go check out his little family trip. But his flight, I mean, who booked this flight? It got in at 11 p.m. last night. There's no way he could have come in and done a show because he normally wakes up about that time to start prepping for the show.
So it would appear that all of Florida has figured out my number.
It seems like
Literally, your phone is blowing up.
I've got Mike from Port St. Lucie. I'm going to call him on the air on the speakerphone.
Okay.
All right, let's see if he answers. He was the first one to figure it out.
Okay, Mike.
Mike, are you there? Yeah, what's up, man? What's up, man? Can you guys hear Mike?
Yeah. You're on the radio, Mike, just so you know.
No cursing.
What's up?
How you doing, man? You are the first person to figure it out. This isn't going so well, Mike, but I do want to say you are the winner of this ridiculous contest. What are you saying?
ESL, Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
He's just randomly shouting out his town.
Did you say the moon is watching?
Yeah.
Oh. He's going to start sending you pictures of the moon.
Nice, get ready.
Well, we're going to have Suits give you a call. You won the tickets. Congratulations.
Yay.
You guys are hilarious. 1914, right?
Okay, man.
1914, come on.
I know. All right, we'll call you back. All right,
How much does that suck for everybody else, though, that was one digit off and is getting blown up right now?
Oh.
Throughout South Florida?
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, that's true. Whoever has the number right around yours.
Oh, they hate my guts. I'm not kidding you. I have got so many text messages say Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot, then mixed in, the moon's going to kill you.
Well, that's awesome.
The people did the work. They're figuring it out.
I
Look at
love
that.
it.
I got to change my number later.
Yes.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, Kev is out, so you've got the VJD show going on. Oh, yeah.
With Suits. Now with Suits.
Yes.
Now with Suits.
Now, Suits.
You know, anytime we do the VJD show, we always get some kind of...
It's not as easy to say.
It's not.
No.
It doesn't flow off the tongue. But we always get some comments from people. You guys suck. Bring Kevin back.
And those are just from Suits.
You're right.
Those are from this room.
Damn, Suits, you cold.
So, you know, with all the negative comments, we thought we'd bring back the KVJ hate song. But we did get a Facebook comment from a hater. So she saw my breakdancing video.
Oh, and she hated on it?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think some people thought I was being serious in that. Y'all know I was joking. I can't dance, right?
We know. Oh, we know.
Some people think I was trying to be serious. So she writes this comment on her Facebook page. She kind of goes after you too, Virginia.
I see that. Okay, so I just saw this morning. I'm like, wow, this takes a lot of energy to be this angry. Okay, this is from Christine on Facebook. It says, I haven't been listening as much lately, where Jaybird made the show and was hilarious, now just seems sad. He is getting too old for this.
By the way, she spelled two wrong.
And y'all need to pass the torch to the next generation. Just saying. Virginia, the same. Time to grow up. No one cares about a middle-aged woman going out and getting drunk. Just sad.
It's so funny, too. This woman is about 15 years older than us, ripping on how we look, about how old we are. You gotta be crapping me.
You're only as old as you feel, Christine, and I would tell you, you must feel pretty old. Because you sound crotchety, girl.
So her message is the older you get, you shouldn't go out and have fun. You should go in a corner and die. Sorry, Christine, but you made the list.
Yeah.
And we're going to get more immature as we age. We're going to have some fun with this.
But I do want to thank you, Christine, because that made us come up with the KVJ hate song.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ show.
Virginia is a washed-up radio hag. Her voice is awful. Her face is haggard. Her body's like an old egg. Please replace her with somebody not annoying.
Yeah, these are real tweets, by the way. I know Jaybird is younger than Kevin and Virginia, but why does he look so much older than them? No wonder that loser never has a girlfriend. He looks like an old piece of crap.
Jeez. I miss producer Heather. Denny's is nothing more than an overrated, mumbling pothead. He brings the show to a halt as he talks. Y'all need to fire that mumbling douchebag.
Oh, you mumbled instead during the hate.
Suit sucks so bad at doing traffic. He never gets it right, and his voice is so forced and fake sounding. # Suit sucks. # worst traffic guy ever.
My favorite is how they were making fun of Denny's for mumbling.
They're right. The haters
literally mumbled the whole song.
The haters are right.
Don't you hate when the haters are right?
Yeah. It's very painful, very hurtful.
Well, keep those hateful tweets coming.
Yeah, gives us stuff to talk about.
Flat top cop, flat top cop, flat top cop. Watch out for snack pack. The shorter the hair, the meaner the cop. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. Look at that cop, his head's shaped like a box. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. We break the law. There's no denying it's true. But the worst crime of them all is that flat top hairdo. Hey, Mr. Policeman, are you aware that your cranium is shaped like a square? You think that you're tough with your flat top and gun. You look like you fought the barber, and the barber won. The shorter the hair, the meaner the cop. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. Look at that cop, his head's shaped like a box. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. Flat top cops are mean to the core. You remind me of the Russian jerk from Rocky IV. We got pulled over by a state trooper, and he looked like Biff from Back to the Future. Yo, value meal killer. Why you shaking? Cause I see a square head and I smell bacon. The shorter the hair, the meaner the cop. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. Look at that cop, his head's shaped like a box. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. Blockhead, you're a blockhead. You're a blockhead. Got a flat top. 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 The shorter the hair, the meaner the cop. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top. Look at that cop, his head's shaped like a box. Oh no, Officer Friendly's got a flat top.
Oh yeah, you're hearing the VMK and the snack pack on the air. That means Kevin is gone.
Yeah.
Kevin is not here today. The big guy had some vacation. Now, did he go see any sporting events, or he just went to go see his son?
I think he just went to go see his son, but for some reason he was taking pictures with football players from Michigan, so there was some kind of photo op.
I thought he was doing something football-y.
Yeah, it looked like there was like a step and repeat, and he was with two big Michigan players. I don't know.
Denny's, what's the mascot for Michigan?
I have no clue. Michigan? Tire Man? I don't know.
Oh,
Michelin.
That's Michelin. I mean, Denny's, it sounded legit to me. 'Cause I don't know.
You're right. It's Michelin. You're right. You got
Michelin, the tire man.
You got it. So I found this these cool, bizarre hotline numbers. Now, I know it sounds like a sex hotline. It's not. Calm down, Virginia.
Tell us more.
But it's for people who struggle with insomnia. When you have insomnia, you just start to do weird stuff at nighttime. You're looking for ways to, keep your mind occupied. And not everyone likes watching TV before bed because that keeps you kind of, I don't know, sometimes TV before bed screws me up.
It does. They say the light, it messes with your brain, and it makes your brain think that it's daytime.
They say it's the blue light that's emitted.
Yeah.
Tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime.
Or if you're watching something heavy, it kind of morphs into your dreams.
Like Dateline.
Yeah, Dateline's the worst thing to watch before your murderous sleep.
You don't have to tell me.
So if you are struggling with sleep and you want to kind of pass the time, these hotline numbers are just for fun. So the first number is called the Hall & Oates hotline.
You want me to give him a call?
Give them a call. So you call them, and it just says, okay, what Hall & Oates song do you want to play? It's kind of a random, bizarre thing. We called that one time when we were drinking. Calling phone numbers live on the air is
Yeah, it's always
very
fun.
risky. All right, here we go.
Let's see here. So I called this one earlier just to make sure it
Welcome
works.
to Call & Oates, your emergency Hall & Oates helpline. To hear one-on-one, please press 1. To hear it go, please press 2. To hear man-eater, please press 3. To hear privatize, please press 4.
Hit 1, Denny's. And it plays How bizarre is that?
So weird.
That's weird, right?
It's real weird. I would have gone with Maneater, but that's just me.
You know me. I like the slower, softer sounds of
Yeah, you
Hall &
do.
Oates. Do you want to call any more of these numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one called Need a Will, Call McGill. I've never called this one before. I don't know what this is. Need a Will, Call McGill.
He probably will draw up your will, like your last will and testament.
Well, let's see what McGill's got to offer here.
McGill.
All right, Denny, you got the number?
Yes. Well, some of these are words spelled out, so I have to do the math real quick.
Oh, McGill's up.
McGill, that one must be taken down.
Oh, he's blocking us. Okay, it says, here's another number. Want a gangster who's macho? You got nacho.
Nacho?
I have no idea what that means.
I do want a gangster who's macho, and I love nachos.
So some of the other numbers they have, they got need an attorney, better call Saul. I haven't called that one up. All right.
This is Macho Nacho.
Macho Nacho.
Calling Macho Nacho.
Oh, boy. Let's see why Kevin doesn't do this live.
Caught me off guard with that one.
Leave it.
Oh,
You just
you just leave a message to Macho
you leave a-
Nacho? That's all it is?
Huh. He said I'm macho, leave it.
All right, Virginia, leave him a message. It's still recording.
Sir, we love your act, and we'd like to book you for a radio interview. You sound awesome.
I disagree, Macho. I think your act's kind of weak. No, kidding. You're
I
right.
just
That's
hung up on
All right, good.
So much negativity. Guy's trying to help people with insomnia.
Totally.
I don't know if he is.
And he's a gangster.
All right, Denny's, one more number.
This is the last one.
What is this one?
Let's do Better Call Saul. That's a
Okay.
pretty popular thing, right?
I think that's trademarked, but okay.
Yeah, who sanctioned this?
It's probably a lawyer named Saul who's like, I'm going to get my own little hotline.
You're totally right.
Cannot be completed as dialed.
Oh, boo.
Boo.
I thought you tried these out earlier.
Yeah, well, so the ones I tried the
Denny's, what happened?
I tried the Day Spa Nail, I tried the Hall & Oates, those ones all worked.
So there was another one back in the day. As a little kid, I would call it, and it was Kevin Kitchens and Jennifer Ross. And you would call, Jennifer Ross of Sunny 107.9 fame. Ever hear of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have like this joke hour where there'd be jokes you could call, and they'd give you, hey, what did the banana say to the apple? Hey. I forget what.
Want to split?
Very good, Virgin.
Love it. Yeah, we tried it out. It was fun.
That's why Kevin didn't approve it.
Yeah, no, I get it now. Hey, you know what?
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
It's the KVJ Show. Kevin is out today. He's back tomorrow, but today it's just a VJD. Or we should do JVD. That's easier to say.
Why do you keep saying that, Virginia? We know. We've heard you say it 10 times. Why do you keep saying it? That's what people are asking. Why does Virginia keep saying Kevin's not there? We know.
Because people just get in their car all the time, and they haven't heard me say it. I'm sorry, Metal Beard Dan.
No, Metal Beard Dan's, he's bitching and moaning about other stuff.
Metal Beard Dan, you're chirpy in that little
oh, he is.
Chat room.
Yeah, he's calling us out for doing that insomnia phone bit. I guess I've done that a couple other times. He said, you guys have done that 4 times already. No, we haven't, Metal Beard.
And we've done other...
I guess it's possible we've done it before.
No, we've done other numbers.
Other
but
phone
these are
numbers.
new numbers that you can try. Yeah, we didn't realize they were going to suck so bad on air.
Oh, but Metal Beard Dan will let you know.
Oh, yes. I told him he needs to change his name to Complaining Beard Dan.
Complaining Beard Dan.
So we have a nice little, not nice little PSA, but we have a PSA that everyone should know about.
Yes, this is something that's out there, and we always try to let you guys know when there's like creepy, weird stuff going on, especially, for my girls out there driving around by themselves and sometimes at night. There's just things to look out for.
Well, we talked about that horrific Uber story that's in the news right now.
They had it on CBS this morning. It's a big story.
Well, it needs to be. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. A girl called for an Uber.
She had been drinking.
Got in the wrong car, and the guy murdered her. So to me, it sounds like this guy was just looking for somebody.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. I mean, I got in the wrong Uber this weekend. It can happen. It happens.
It could happen to any of us. So really be super, super careful. And if you are going to take Uber and Lyft, tell somebody where you're going. Let somebody be tracking you because they have that feature on the app where you can see exactly where the person is. Just don't jump in an Uber and have no one know where you are.
For sure.
Protect yourself if you can.
And in these days, you just send out like a pin. You can pin your location.
Right. You can totally keep pinning your location.
You don't have to yell at people, Denny's.
Pin your location. It's so easy now. They've really made it easy.
They've made it very easy to
stalk.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
On both ends.
Yes.
So we got this email from Amanda, and she just wanted us to put this out there because this happened to her. She said, I want to tell you guys, a fake police car tried to pull me over the other night. It was a white, unmarked car with a red light and a siren. I thought at first it was the police, but when I'm watching in my rearview mirror and I see the guy get out, I knew it wasn't the police. He had on a basketball jersey and he didn't look right. So I took off immediately. And he did not follow me, but it really scared me. Please, everybody, be on the lookout for cars that are pulling people over and they're not legit.
But
that is so true.
The thing that's tricky about that, though, I mean, who knows? How do you know it's a fake cop? If I see sirens behind me, I'm pulling over. You know what I mean?
I know. I would do the same thing.
And what if you think it's a fake cop and it's not, and then you drive away and now you're eluding the law?
Yeah. I've heard this before from police officers because somebody came on the radio and said this. They say, look, if you don't believe it's a fake cop, if you don't believe it's a real cop, if it's a fake one, drive to your closest police station. He'll be fine with you doing that. Or you can also call 911. He'll be fine with you doing that as well. So look, I'm being pulled over. It doesn't look like it's a legit police officer. It's just an unmarked car, a guy with a siren and a red light. Is this real? And if it's real, he'll be able to verify it.
Well, it was definitely fake because, I mean, if that was a real cop, he
would have chased her.
Chased after. What are you wearing a jersey for? You're wearing a basketball jersey and you wonder why people...
He might have wanted to hurt her.
Oh, he definitely, I think he probably wanted to do something
He's probably
odd.
tricking her to get her.
So if you can, drive to your nearest police station. If it's a real cop, he'll follow you, and he'll have no problem with the fact that you were scared because he had an unmarked car.
Did it say the town that happened in?
She didn't say. Amanda, if you can let us know what town you're from. It doesn't say in this email, but...
What a creepy thing.
Super creepy.
Terrifying.
Driving around
be
in an
careful.
unmarked car. Yeah,
Just be careful out there, everybody.
I remember when my friend Kevin Ralston was balding and it looked like he had mange. But just like that, his hair is back. It makes his beady eyes look less strange. Cause Kevin's got new hair, Kevin's got new hair. It's so sexy
that I can't help but stare.
It's so sexy, I wanna get it messy.
Cause Kevin's got new hair, Kevin's got new hair. And it's got me hypnotized. It detracts from his creepy eyes. Kev used to have the kind of hair you'd see on a corpse, but now Kev's got the hair you'd see on a horse. Your hair looks like a beautiful rug. All I wanna do is give it a tug. Hey Kevin, I'm talking to you. I wanna run you a bath and give you a shampoo. I wanna see your hair blowing, see your hair flowing. You once were bald, but now your hair's growing. Cause Kevin's got new hair, Kevin's got new hair. It's got me mesmerized. He's no longer with a weak ass hairline. Ooh, I love Kevin's hair.
That's going out to you, Kev.
Kev, we miss you. That's a dedication to you and your new hair.
Beautiful.
Denny's is sitting in your chair, Kev. He's acting smug, and he's kind of making his hair look like yours a little bit.
So yeah, everybody's calling me out saying I got fake hair. In fact, we got a text. Somebody sent me a picture of Bill and Ted. They sent me Keanu Reeves from when he was on there, and my hair does not look that different. So I'll put that up for everybody. It was a pretty funny text that we got here.
I love your hair. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I'm in the first messy phase of when you're growing your hair out. There's another one coming in probably about 3 months.
Virginia and I had a debate all morning long. She thinks you look like Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. I think you look like a young Paul McCartney from the Beatles.
Yes. Both of them are offensive for sure.
Both of them, not a compliment.
No.
I love it.
All right, what are we doing with this show today?
We are getting ready to do the After the Show podcast. Do you want to just jump right into this thing?
Let's do it.
Let's start it right at 10 o'clock today, or 10:01.
And then the after party's at Bud's.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
We do have a thought of the day, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Give it to us.
We can't skip the thought of the day. And yes, we are working on a new outro for the thought of the day music.
I don't hate
Yeah,
this.
this one's so peaceful.
It's the spa music.
It's like spa music.
I hear you. Get a lot of complaints. Be careful what you say. You can say something hurtful in 10 seconds, but 10 years later, the wounds are still there.
Damn, that's true.
Yeah, Virginia.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll say something hurtful on the podcast to you.
Hamburger hands. I'm still holding on to this.
10 years later. All right, you can check out the After the Show podcast coming up on YouTube. Check it out, kvjshow.com.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.